Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too difficult for me? Imagine for a moment, standing at the edge of a path you're destined to walk. You feel a powerful force, a calling, pulling you forward. Have you ever sensed a quiet, relentless whisper in your soul, telling you that you are meant for more? That every struggle, every tear, every sleepless night is shaping you for a purpose beyond your wildest dreams? Today, this message is for you, the one chosen, the one handpicked by the Almighty, the one who has walked through fires that were meant to refine, not consume. Maybe you've wondered, does God see my pain? Does he hear my cries? Does he understand the heartbreak I carry? Today, you'll realize he was there all along, preparing blessings beyond anything you can imagine. He is making paths through your wilderness, lifting you to heights that once seemed unreachable. This moment, this message, it's no accident. It's a divine appointment. Chosen one, prepare yourself. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is here. For anyone who finds themselves in the depths of heartache, struggling with discouragement, disappointment, or the weariness of a long, hard journey, know this: Jesus has not forgotten you. He sees your struggles, feels your pain, and is ready to lift you from the ashes of despair into a life filled with divine purpose and fulfillment. He who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. This God who watches over you is tireless, ever vigilant, protecting you through every storm. As we start this journey together, if you're not already a part of this community, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications. Together, let's embrace the promises God has for you. God has great plans for your life, and right now, as you sit here, feeling the weight of the world, he is preparing to open doors you never even dreamed of. This November, get ready for a shift so profound that it will elevate you to heights beyond your wildest dreams. Doors are about to swing open before you, and opportunities will present themselves in ways that only God could orchestrate. You will no longer blend into the crowd. You will stand out, shining brightly as a beacon of hope, influencing lives with a purpose that goes beyond this world. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too difficult for me? Remember, every challenge, every heartbreak, every discouragement is part of God's plan to prepare you for something magnificent. Through each trial, he's honing your spirit, sharpening your mind, and strengthening your resolve. You are being crafted, molded, and refined for a purpose that only you can fulfill. So hold on, chosen ones. Your breakthrough is near. But behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Even if you can't see immediate changes, know that in the spiritual realm, you are already leveling up. God is working powerfully behind the scenes, aligning events and orchestrating moments that will ultimately serve his grand design for your life. Reflect on these words from Ephesians 3:20. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. God's power is limitless, boundless, able to achieve far beyond what we can envision. This is your moment to press forward, to pursue the dreams burning in your heart, to trust that your presence here is no accident. Consider this as a divine invitation. Perhaps it's a career change you've been hesitant about, or maybe it's a toxic relationship that's holding you back. It could be a nudge to move to a new place, to leave behind familiar yet confining spaces for something new. Just as Abraham obeyed when called to journey into the unknown, we too are often called to step out in faith without knowing what lies ahead. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Align your life with God's will. Seek his wisdom, and watch as he begins to pour out blessings, to guide your steps, to fulfill needs you didn't even realize you had. Trust that as you prioritize His kingdom, everything else will fall into place. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Even if the road seems unclear, even if the journey feels endless, trust in God's vision for your life. Just like Joseph, who faced betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before being raised to a position of power, your trials are shaping you, preparing you for a destiny greater than you can imagine. This is your moment to activate your faith, to step boldly into the unknown, and to stand firm in the assurance that God is with you. Just as He did for Moses, He goes before you, preparing a path through even the most daunting obstacles. When Moses was called to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, he didn't feel ready. He was a man with fears, doubts, and insecurities, hesitant to believe that he was the one chosen for such a monumental task. Yet in obedience and faith, Moses stepped forward, and in doing so, he witnessed God's power and glory in ways he could never have imagined. Imagine the weight of the moment. Moses stood before Pharaoh, the most powerful ruler of the time, demanding freedom for God's people. He held his staff over the Red Sea as enemies closed in, witnessing the waters part as God's hand made a way where there was none. Moses saw God's faithfulness as manna rained down to feed His people in the wilderness, and as water sprang forth from a rock to quench their thirst. Each miracle was a reminder that God's strength was greater than Moses' limitations, fears, or weaknesses. It wasn't Moses' ability that mattered. It was his willingness to trust and follow God's lead, even when the path ahead was uncertain. Like Moses, you may feel unqualified, unsure, or even overwhelmed by what lies ahead. But God often calls us to a higher purpose that we can't yet fully see or understand. This is a journey of faith, and God is inviting you to take that first step, even if you don't know where it will lead. It's in these moments of faith that God moves in ways beyond our comprehension. He parts seas, breaks chains, and provides for every need. When we surrender our fears and step out in obedience, God meets us there, making the impossible possible. As you move forward, remember that you're not alone. God is with you, guiding, protecting, and strengthening you each step of the way. Just as He empowered Moses to fulfill his calling despite doubts and fears, He will also equip you for the unique purpose He has prepared for your life. With every step of faith, you open the door for God to reveal His power and love in profound ways. Don't let fear hold you back. Let your faith propel you forward, trusting that God's hand is upon you. Remember Job, a man who faced unimaginable loss and suffering, losing his wealth, his health, even his beloved children. In a single devastating moment, Job's life crumbled. Despite the pain, he held fast to his faith. His friends doubted him, his wife despaired, and even Job himself wrestled with sorrow and questions he could not answer. Yet, in the depths of his suffering, Job chose to trust God, even when he couldn't understand why he was enduring such hardship. His faith was resilient, anchored so deeply in God that no storm could uproot it. Like Job, let your faith become your foundation, trusting that, as you remain steadfast, God is with you, shaping your story and leading you toward restoration and blessing. Job's trials were relentless. He faced days of loneliness, nights of anguish, and a barrage of accusations from those who believed his suffering must be punishment. His friends offered explanations, and he found himself defending his integrity, feeling misunderstood and utterly isolated. Yet amidst it all, Job cried out to God, expressing his heart with honesty, seeking answers and relief. He didn't mask his pain or pretend to understand why he was suffering. Instead, he brought his questions and his agony directly to God, trusting that his Creator was listening. Job's faith was not without struggle. It was real, raw, and tested in the fires of affliction. But through it all, he clung to the hope that God was still sovereign. In the end, God responded, not with immediate explanations, but with a revelation of His power and wisdom that reminded Job of who He is. And because Job remained steadfast, God restored him, not just to his former state, but with blessings that were twice as great as what he had lost. His latter days were more blessed than his beginning. Through his suffering, Job came to know God in a way he never had before, and he found restoration beyond his wildest expectations. Let Job's story remind you that trials, no matter how overwhelming, are only temporary. They are seasons in the journey of faith, opportunities for our trust in God to deepen. God's blessings, on the other hand, are eternal, unshaken by our circumstances. When we keep our faith strong and persevere, God's favor and purpose will be revealed in ways that outshine any momentary hardship. Even in the darkest valleys, He is with us, holding us close and shaping us for something greater. So keep pushing forward, keep believing. Your current trials will pass, but the faith you build through them will last. God sees your struggles, and He honors every step you take in faith. Like Job, your story is not finished. The best chapters are yet to come. And when you come out on the other side, you may find that God has not only restored what was lost, but has multiplied your blessings beyond what you could have imagined. Prayer is one of our greatest gifts and tools, a direct line to God's heart that empowers us to draw strength, comfort, and wisdom from Him. Through prayer, we not only reach out to God but also open our hearts to His presence, inviting Him into our lives and circumstances. It's a sacred exchange where we lay down our burdens and, in return, receive His peace and guidance. As Paul writes in 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18, "Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." This verse calls us to a life filled with joy, gratitude, and constant communication with God, a life where prayer is as natural as breathing. When we pray continually, we allow God to be a part of every moment, both joyful and challenging. In moments of darkness or uncertainty, prayer becomes a lifeline. No matter how bleak things may appear, lifting your voice in prayer creates a bridge between you and God, allowing Him to meet you right where you are. And in that sacred space, He offers peace, a peace that surpasses all understanding, calming fears, and reassuring you of His love and presence. You are not meant to walk this journey alone. God designed us to live in community, to share our lives, and to support one another through both joys and challenges. Hebrews 10:24-25 reminds us, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another." This verse is a call to gather, to uplift, and to grow together in faith, reinforcing the strength and resilience that comes from a community bound by love. In a world that often feels isolating, finding a community of believers can be a source of incredible encouragement and inspiration. Whether it's a church congregation, a small group, or a circle of friends who share your faith, these relationships become a lifeline. Within this community, you'll find people who will stand with you in prayer, rejoice with you in victories, and support you through life's storms. Together, you become a reflection of Christ's love, showing kindness, patience, and grace to one another. When you're feeling weary or discouraged, this community can be the reminder you need to keep moving forward, lifting your spirits and reigniting your faith. And as you grow together, you have the opportunity to inspire others as well, using your gifts and experiences to encourage those around you. As you stand on the edge of a new beginning, remember that every ending, no matter how final it may seem, is simply a stepping stone to something greater. Life's transitions are often filled with uncertainty, yet they are also filled with promise. In Isaiah 43:18-19, God speaks directly to this truth. "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." These words offer hope, reminding us that God is always at work, transforming what seems desolate into a place of new life. When you let go of the past, its disappointments, regrets, and even its successes, you make room for the new things God wants to bring into your life. God's new thing may not be immediately visible, but it's there, quietly taking shape. Just as a stream finds its way through the dry land, God's blessings often emerge in ways we don't expect, surprising us with new paths, opportunities, and joy. God is creating new paths for you, even in the places that seem barren and lifeless. When it feels as though hope has dried up or doors have closed, remember that God is a master of transformation, bringing life and purpose to even the most desolate places. He takes what seems broken or lost and renews it, often in ways we could never imagine. Consider the story of Rahab, a woman whose faith in God led to her salvation. Living in Jericho, she risked her life to protect the Israelite spies, trusting in the God of Israel rather than the walls of her city. Because of her courage and faith, Rahab and her family were saved from destruction, and her life took an extraordinary turn. Rahab became part of Israel's community, and even more astonishingly, she was grafted into the lineage of Jesus Christ. Through Rahab's story, we see that faith can reshape any life, regardless of past mistakes or labels. Then there's Paul, who began as a fierce persecutor of Christians, determined to stamp out the early church. But in a moment of divine intervention, God met Paul on the road to Damascus, turning his life completely around. Paul went from a man of violence and opposition to one of the most passionate apostles of the faith, spreading the gospel with tireless dedication. His transformation reminds us that no one is beyond God's reach, that His grace and purpose can radically change any heart willing to receive it. These stories show us that God is always working, opening doors and creating new paths, even when we feel we're in a wasteland. Trust in His transforming power, for He can turn any life into a story of redemption and purpose. You are chosen, you are called, and God has uniquely designed you for good works that He prepared in advance. Embrace this calling, knowing that your journey may be difficult, but it is filled with divine purpose. Hope is your anchor. As Romans 15:13 declares, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." Let hope guide you through the darkest valleys, giving you strength and courage each day. Jesus calls out to those who are weary in Matthew 11:28-30, saying, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Turn to Him and find the peace only He can give. As we close, take this message to heart. Don't let it fade away. Let it inspire you to take bold steps of faith, to trust in God's timing, and to act on the calling He's placed within you. If this message has touched your heart, let us know by commenting "Amen" as a declaration of faith. For those who feel led, join us on this journey by subscribing and becoming part of a community that stands together in faith, supporting each other through every trial and celebrating every victory. Together, we can spread the light of God's Word, igniting hope in the hearts of many. Let us end in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you with grateful hearts. As we enter this month of November, we thank you for your faithfulness. We declare this month a season of miracles, breakthroughs, and divine encounters. May every seed planted in faith come to harvest. Open doors, answer prayers, and let your blessings flow abundantly over us. Fill us with strength, clarity, and direction. Let us walk in supernatural favor, fulfilling the calling you've placed within us. We lift up our nation, asking for peace, unity, and healing. And Lord, we proclaim that every trial we face will lead to victory by your power. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. Chosen ones, go forth knowing that God's promises for you are real. Hold on to your faith, for the best is yet to come. May your days be filled with hope, your steps guided by love, and your heart lifted by the assurance that you are never alone. From the very moment you are born again, an invisible battle begins to rage around you. Forces you cannot see, dark powers led by Satan and his fallen angels, immediately begin to take notice. Their eyes are fixed upon you, day and night, plotting ways to bring you down. You might wonder why. You may ask yourself, what have I done to deserve such hostility? It's a natural question, especially when you believe you've done nothing wrong. Yet the answer is profoundly simple. You are a child of God, and because of that alone, Satan hates you. Satan's fall from heaven did not occur in isolation. When he rebelled against God, 1/3 of the heavenly angels fell with him, becoming the spiritual forces that now wage war against humanity. These forces are not just passively observing, they are actively involved in a cosmic struggle, and the moment you become born again, you find yourself at the center of this eternal conflict. This battle, however, is not merely about you. It is about God, about His love for you, and about the divine purpose He has placed upon your life. Satan knows something that many new believers may not fully realize. God loves you with a boundless, immeasurable love. To Satan, this love is unbearable. He knows he cannot harm God directly, so the only way to lash out at the Almighty is by attacking those whom God loves, His children. The Bible teaches that you are the apple of God's eye. This means that every time Satan looks at you, he is reminded of God's love, a love so profound that God sent His only Son to die for you. Jesus Christ endured the ultimate humiliation and pain on the cross, all for your salvation. This truth is what fuels Satan's fury. He knows that it is because of you that God took on human flesh. It is because of you that Jesus was crucified. And it is because of you that Satan's doom is sealed. Every time he sees you walking in the light of Christ, he sees the very evidence of his defeat. Therefore, his hatred towards you is not personal. It is a direct reflection of his hatred towards God. Your salvation and your relationship with Christ represent everything Satan has lost and everything he can never reclaim. The spiritual battle is ongoing, relentless, and will continue until the day you leave this earth. Yet, it is crucial to understand that while Satan may hate you, he cannot easily destroy you. Why? Because you are under divine protection. The moment you become born again, a series of supernatural events takes place in the spiritual realm. You may not see it or feel it, but it is very real. God places a protective seal upon you, and you are surrounded by His angels who are tasked with guarding you on all sides. Psalm 91:11-12 reminds us that God has commanded His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. These angels are not mere symbolic beings. They are powerful, sent by God to ensure that Satan's plans against you do not succeed. Yet, despite this protection, the enemy will still try to attack. His strategy may not always be a frontal assault. Instead, he often resorts to subtle means: deception, temptation, and discouragement. Ephesians 6:12 tells us that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, authorities, and spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This means that every day, even though you may not be aware of it, there is a battle being fought for your soul. These forces of darkness are constantly probing for weaknesses, looking for ways to bring you down. The devil prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. But here is the good news. Though the battle is fierce, victory is already yours through Christ. The nature of this battle is spiritual, invisible to the physical eye, but no less real than any struggle you might face in the material world. Unlike human conflicts where you can see your adversary, this spiritual warfare takes place in the unseen realms, where demonic forces work tirelessly to exploit your vulnerabilities, your fears, doubts, and weaknesses. These forces are organized with levels of hierarchy, as the verse in Ephesians implies: rulers, authorities, and powers, all part of a dark and structured kingdom that seeks to pull you away from God's purpose for your life. The enemy's tactics are subtle, often disguised in everyday challenges, temptation, discouragement, and distractions that seem harmless at first, but are designed to lead you away from God's will. You may find yourself battling negative thoughts, deep anxieties, or constant doubts about your faith. These are not just random occurrences. They are the devil's calculated attempts to weaken your resolve, steal your peace, and dim the light of Christ within you. Every whisper of condemnation, every seed of insecurity, every moment of despair is an arrow from the enemy, aimed at destabilizing your spiritual foundation. But here's the encouraging truth. Though the devil prowls like a lion, he is a defeated foe. His roar may be loud, but his power is limited. When Christ died on the cross and rose from the grave, he disarmed the spiritual rulers and authorities, making a public spectacle of them and triumphing over them. Your victory has already been secured by the blood of Jesus, and Satan knows this. He knows that his time is short, and that his influence is temporary, which is why he fights so fiercely. He is desperate, but desperation is not strength. Because of Christ's victory, you are not fighting for victory, you are fighting from victory. This distinction is crucial. The battle has already been won on your behalf. Your role is to stand firm in the truth of what Christ has accomplished, to claim the victory that is yours, and to live in the authority that has been granted to you as a child of God. You are not defenseless in this battle. God has provided you with spiritual armor, as outlined in Ephesians 6:13-18. The belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Each piece of this armor is designed to protect you and empower you to stand against the schemes of the enemy. The belt of truth holds everything together, reminding you of the unshakable truth of God's Word. The breastplate of righteousness guards your heart, protecting your soul from the enemy's accusations and lies. The shield of faith allows you to extinguish the fiery arrows of doubt and fear that Satan constantly throws your way. The helmet of salvation secures your mind, giving you the confidence and assurance that your salvation is certain and cannot be taken away. And the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, is your offensive weapon, cutting through the enemy's lies and declaring the truth of who you are in Christ. It is essential to remember that while you are equipped for battle, your greatest weapon is not your own strength or effort, but the presence of God within you. The Bible tells us in James 4:7, "Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." The power to overcome the enemy comes not from striving, but from submitting to God, relying on his strength, and resting in the finished work of Christ. When you surrender to God and resist the devil, you tap into the victory that has already been won for you. You may ask, how does Satan even know when I'm born again? The answer is found in the light of God that now shines within you. The Bible speaks of this light as an unmistakable, radiant presence. In John 1:9 it says, "The true light, which gives light to everyone, was coming into the world." This light is not just a metaphor. It is a spiritual reality that becomes visible to the forces in the spiritual realm. When you become born again, you move from darkness into light. This light is the Holy Spirit dwelling within you. To those who are spiritually dead, those still in darkness, this light is not visible. But to Satan and his agents, this light is like a beacon, announcing to the spiritual realm that you belong to Christ. This is why the enemy takes notice of you. You have moved from being an ordinary person to becoming a light bearer, a child of God who radiates divine power. Jesus himself declared that you are the light of the world, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. Your spiritual identity is unmistakable, and it is this identity that marks you as a target in the enemy's eyes. Yet this light is also your greatest defense. The darkness can never overcome it. As long as you continue to walk in the light, staying close to Christ, the enemy cannot extinguish the flame that burns within you. Beyond the light that radiates from within, there is another layer of protection that God places upon his children, the seal of the Holy Spirit. This seal is not something you can see with physical eyes, But in the spiritual realm, it is a visible and undeniable mark of God's ownership and protection over you. Ephesians 1:13-14 tells us that when you heard the word of truth and believed in Christ, you were sealed with the promised Holy Spirit. This seal serves as a guarantee of your inheritance, a mark that says, "This one belongs to God." To Satan and his forces, this seal is a sign that you are off limits. Just as a royal seal on a letter in ancient times indicated the authority and protection of the king, so does this divine seal signify that you are under God's jurisdiction. Satan knows this, and while he may try to attack, he is fully aware that he cannot easily harm you. The book of Job provides a powerful illustration of this reality. In Job 1:9-10, Satan acknowledges that God had placed a hedge of protection around Job, his household, and everything he owned. This hedge made it nearly impossible for Satan to touch Job without God's permission. In the same way, you carry a similar hedge of protection. Every day, as you go about your life, whether driving to work or resting at home, there is a divine shield surrounding you. Angels accompany you, ensuring that no harm befalls you. And this protection is not because of anything you've done, but because of God's unfathomable love and grace. Another critical aspect of your spiritual defense is the fire of God that surrounds you. When John the Baptist spoke of Jesus, he said, "He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire." This fire is not symbolic. It is a real and powerful force that burns within and around every believer. It is the consuming fire of God's presence that no power of darkness can withstand. When you are born again, this divine fire begins to surround you, forming an impenetrable barrier between you and the forces of evil. As long as you remain in Christ, this fire continues to burn brightly, and no dark force can cross its threshold. Just as fire repels and consumes, so does this spiritual fire repel the enemy's attacks. This is why, no matter how hard the enemy tries, his arrows cannot touch you. He can plan, he can attack, but he cannot succeed. Consider the story of the prophet Elijah in 2 Kings 6:17. When surrounded by enemy forces, Elijah's servant panicked, but Elijah prayed for God to open his servant's eyes. When the servant looked again, he saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around them. This story is a powerful reminder of the unseen forces of divine protection that surround God's people. You may not always see it, but you are surrounded by the fire of God, protecting you from every assault of the enemy. Despite the overwhelming protection that God provides, many believers live in fear, unaware of the divine security they possess. This is often because they focus too much on the visible world and forget about the spiritual realities that govern their lives. It's easy to get caught up in the challenges and struggles of daily life, to become overwhelmed by fear, doubt, or discouragement. But this is exactly what the enemy wants. Satan thrives on ignorance and fear. He knows that if he can keep you unaware of your spiritual authority and protection, you will be more vulnerable to his attacks. The Bible tells us repeatedly not to fear, for the Lord is with us. Psalm 23:4 reminds us that even though we walk through the darkest valley, we should fear no evil, for God is with us. Yet so many believers live as though they are unprotected, as though they are at the mercy of the enemy. This is far from the truth. You are not an ordinary person. In the spiritual realm, you are a firebrand, a child of God filled with the Holy Spirit and surrounded by his angels. The enemy sees this, even if you don't. What's striking is how often believers forget the incredible spiritual reality that surrounds them. You are not just a physical being. You are a spiritual warrior, equipped with the full authority of Christ, and this truth terrifies the enemy. Satan would have you believe that you are vulnerable, that you are weak, that you are just another soul wandering in the chaos of this world. He will whisper lies of fear and doubt into your mind, attempting to blind you to the profound power and protection that God has placed over you. However, this is a deception, for your spiritual identity is far greater than you realize. In the heavenly realms, you are recognized as a son or daughter of the Most High, carrying within you the very presence of God through the Holy Spirit. The Bible declares that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. This means that fear is never your portion. When you walk in faith, covered by God's presence, fear cannot take hold of you. The enemy knows this, which is why he tries so hard to instill fear, because fear is the antithesis of faith. Where there is fear, faith weakens, and where faith weakens, the enemy finds opportunities to attack. The key to maintaining your protection and living in victory lies in your relationship with Christ. As long as you abide in Him, the light within you will continue to shine brightly, and the fire of God will continue to surround you. However, this does not mean you can become complacent. The enemy is always looking for opportunities to exploit any weaknesses in your armor. This is why the Bible urges us to put on the full armor of God. Your spiritual armor includes the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the gospel of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Each piece of this armor is essential in defending against the enemy's attacks. But more importantly, prayer is the key to activating and maintaining this armor. It is through constant communion with God that your protection is strengthened. Satan fears a praying believer. Even the simplest prayers you make cause havoc in his kingdom. Every time you pray, you are reinforcing the divine hedge that surrounds you. You are reminding the enemy that you are not alone, that you have the backing of heaven itself. This is why prayer is one of the most powerful weapons in the spiritual battle. The spiritual battle you face is real, but it is not one you fight alone. From the moment you become born again, God surrounds you with His protection, His light, His fire, and His angels. Satan knows this, and while he may hate you, he cannot easily touch you. Your life is hidden in Christ, and as long as you remain in Him, no weapon formed against you will prosper. As you walk through this life, remember that you are not just an ordinary person. You are a light in a dark world, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the power of God's love. The forces of darkness may try to attack, but they will never prevail. You are protected, you are loved, and you are victorious in Christ. So do not live in fear or doubt. Stand firm in your faith, knowing that you are surrounded by the fire of God. May you continue to shine brightly in this generation, and may the light within you grow ever stronger as you walk in the truth of who you are in Christ. God bless you. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. If you found this message uplifting, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing it with others so we can continue spreading the light of God's truth together. Blessings to you all. Have you ever felt like you're running in place? Like every effort, no matter how well planned or executed, seems to lead nowhere? You keep pushing forward, but the progress you long for remains elusive, just out of reach. It's easy to mistake these moments for failure, to think that all your hard work is in vain. But what if I told you that just beyond the next turn, life is setting up something grand for you? That understanding could shift everything, turning frustration into hope, confusion into anticipation. Because if you look closely, you'll notice the universe has always been dropping hints, quiet whispers of a major victory waiting for you just ahead. These signs, though subtle and often overlooked, are breadcrumbs leading you toward a breakthrough that has the power to change your life in unimaginable ways. For anyone feeling caught in the tension of anticipation, knowing that something monumental is coming but unsure exactly when or how, these signs act as a beacon. They offer reassurance that not only is progress within reach, but that a significant victory is on the verge of unfolding. So, let's explore these unmistakable indicators that you're about to win big in your life. There's a certain kind of restlessness that isn't rooted in anxiety or stress, but in something deeper, a whisper from within, an internal shift. This feeling often emerges unexpectedly, like a fleeting moment of unease or an inexplicable surge of energy. It's subtle, but it's profound. You feel it not in your mind but in your soul, a vibration, an awakening, a knowing that something monumental is about to happen in your life. Unlike the grand dramatic signs we might expect, such as a rare event or a mysterious coincidence, the universe often communicates through quiet whispers. These whispers resonate deep within us, stirring a part of ourselves that is connected to something much larger than we can consciously understand. This sense of restlessness is not random. It is purposeful. It is the universe nudging you, gently shaking you out of complacency, urging you to pay attention. When you feel this inner stirring, it is not a signal to worry. It is a sign that you are standing on the brink of a significant breakthrough. The restlessness you feel is akin to the charged air before a storm, filled with potential and energy, signaling that a profound shift is about to occur. This internal stirring is your subconscious attuning itself to the cosmic frequencies, recognizing the signs of change before your conscious mind can catch up. What does this mean for you? Recognize this feeling for what it truly is, a call to attention. It is the universe's way of saying, "Get ready. Your moment is near." This restlessness is your intuition speaking, urging you not to ignore the opportunities that are about to present themselves. It's telling you that something you've been working toward, something you may have even forgotten, is about to manifest in your life. Consider this restlessness as a sailor would consider the wind picking up at sea. The change in weather signals that it's time to adjust the sails and prepare for a new direction. Likewise, when you feel this anticipation, it's time to align your mindset, actions, and energy with the coming transformation. Stay open to new possibilities, be ready to pivot, and most importantly, trust that this internal signal is guiding you toward your big win. This anticipation isn't merely about expecting something good to happen. It's about being actively engaged in the process. It encourages you to seek out new opportunities, to take bold action, and to trust in the journey even when the destination remains unclear. It's a reminder that success doesn't always follow a straight path. It often requires us to navigate unexpected twists and turns, guided by our inner compass. When you feel this surge of restlessness or anticipation, don't dismiss it as mere nerves or anxiety. Embrace it as a sign that you are aligned with something far greater than yourself, a signal that your time to shine is near. Chaos. The very word often conjures images of disorder, confusion, and uncertainty. Yet, within the intricate web of our lives, chaos does not always signal misfortune. Instead, it can be a powerful indicator that the universe is reshuffling the elements of your life to bring about a major breakthrough. Consider this. Before any grand creation, there is often a period of deconstruction. Imagine building a house. Before you can erect a new, beautiful structure, you first have to clear the land, break down any old crumbling structures, and excavate the earth to lay a solid foundation. The process is noisy, dusty, and chaotic, but it's also necessary. Without this phase of apparent disorder, the dream home you envision could never become a reality. This metaphor extends beyond physical construction. It applies to our personal and professional lives as well. Periods of great chaos often signal that a profound transformation is about to take place. It's as though the universe is in flux, rearranging itself to align with your deepest desires and ambitions. Such times, while challenging, are not mere obstacles. They are opportunities for growth, clearings for the new to emerge. When chaos unfolds around you, it's tempting to interpret it as a sign that things are going wrong. But if you shift your perspective, you'll see that chaos often precedes some of the most significant breakthroughs. The old ways of thinking and being no longer serve you, and the universe is urging you to evolve, adapt, and innovate. This upheaval, while uncomfortable, is a vital part of the transformation process. How should you navigate this chaos? Embrace it. See it for what it truly is. Not just disruption, but potential. Chaos is a sign that you are on the verge of a pivotal transformation. It's the universe's way of shaking things up, forcing you to let go of what no longer serves you and making space for something new and better to take its place. Just as a storm clears the air and replenishes the earth, so too does chaos clear away the outdated structures in your life, creating fertile ground for new growth. During times of chaos, it's crucial to maintain your sense of purpose and direction. While the path ahead may not always be clear, trust that this tumultuous phase is laying the groundwork for something remarkable. Chaos is not an enemy to be feared, but a force to be harnessed. It is a call to action, urging you to clear the ground, prepare for the new, and remain steadfast in the belief that from the depths of chaos, a new order will emerge. Instead of recoiling in fear or frustration when faced with chaos, view it as a profound opportunity for growth and renewal. It's a sign that you are on the brink of a pivotal transformation, one that could redefine the trajectory of your life. Chaos, with all its unpredictability and potential for innovation, is not just a phase to endure, but a dynamic force that propels us toward our most significant victories. In the journey of life, there are moments when everything seems to stand still. Days blend into weeks, weeks into months, and it feels as though nothing is changing. You find yourself caught in a pattern, a loop of repetition where progress seems elusive. This prolonged period of stillness can be frustrating, and it's easy to mistake it for stagnation. But in truth, this quiet phase may be the universe's way of gathering energy for the monumental leap that's about to take place. It's a curious phenomenon. Some of the most significant breakthroughs in life come after extended periods of inertia. The essence of a breakthrough is a sudden dramatic shift, a leap forward that seems to come out of nowhere. But in reality, these shifts are the result of accumulated energy, time, and effort. It's as though the universe has been quietly working in the background, setting the stage for your next big move. Consider this: when you pull back the string of a bow, there's a moment of stillness, a pause, before the arrow is released. The energy gathers, the tension builds, and then, almost suddenly, the arrow flies forward with great speed and precision. Life operates in much the same way. What appears to be a period of waiting or stillness is actually a time of preparation, where the universe is aligning all the pieces for your breakthrough. So how do you navigate these quiet moments? Recognize them for what they are. Not a dead end, but a preparatory stage. This is the time for introspection, for refining your goals and aligning with your deepest ambitions. It's a time to rest, recharge, and gather your strength. Use this period of stillness to cultivate your passions, to explore your inner world, and to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the leap that lies ahead. Patience is key here. Not passive waiting, but active preparation. Think of it as the calm before the storm of transformation. The wheels of change are turning, even if you cannot see them yet. The seeds of your future success are germinating beneath the surface, and soon they will burst forth into the light. This period of apparent stagnation is a reminder that life doesn't always move in a linear fashion. Sometimes we need to take a step back to gather momentum for the leap forward. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, and that the breakthrough you've been waiting for is quietly assembling itself, preparing to unfold in ways you can't yet imagine. In the pursuit of success and the realization of our dreams, we often find ourselves in the midst of relentless striving. The path can be challenging, filled with obstacles and setbacks. Yet, amidst all this, there's a profound sign that you are on the verge of a major breakthrough: the emergence of deep inner peace. This peace doesn't come from external circumstances, nor does it mean that everything is suddenly easy or free of challenges. Rather, it's a serene confidence that arises from within, a feeling that despite the chaos and struggle, you are exactly where you need to be. This tranquility is a powerful indicator that you are aligned with your true path. When you experience this deep inner peace, it's a sign that your actions, thoughts, and desires are in harmony with your higher self and the universe. It's an affirmation that the challenges you face are not obstacles, but necessary steps in your journey. This peace is not an absence of difficulty, but a perspective shift, a knowing that you have done the work, that you are on the right track, and that success is imminent. What does this inner peace mean for your journey? It's a signal that you are in tune with your true purpose. This peace is a reflection of the alignment between your inner world and your outer actions. It indicates that you are making decisions that resonate with your core values, and that you are on a path that is authentically yours. Moreover, this inner calm is a testament to the trust you have cultivated in the process. It's a recognition that every step, whether forward or backward, is part of the larger narrative of your life, guiding you toward your ultimate victory. This peace is not passive. It is an active force, a source of strength that allows you to navigate the highs and lows of your journey with grace and resilience. This tranquility is also a reminder that success is not just about the destination, but about the journey itself. It's about cultivating harmony within yourself, finding balance amidst the striving, and trusting that every challenge is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. In the intricate dance of life, energy operates as a currency in the vast economy of the universe. The balance between what we give and what we take holds profound significance. One of the clearest signs that you are aligned with the path to winning big is when you find yourself contributing more energy to the universe than you are withdrawing. This positive energy exchange is crucial. The universe mirrors the energy we emit, rewarding those who elevate the collective consciousness through their actions, thoughts, and intentions. When we give more than we take, whether through acts of kindness, gratitude, creativity, or service, we align ourselves with the flow of abundance. How does this principle work? It's simple. The more you contribute to the world in a positive way, the more the universe responds in kind. This is not about seeking rewards, but about understanding that everything in life is energy, and what you put out into the universe has a way of coming back to you. Acts of generosity, compassion, and gratitude are powerful ways to contribute energy to the universe. When you express gratitude, you acknowledge the abundance in your life, which invites more abundance to flow to you. When you share love and kindness without expectation, you create ripples of positive energy that eventually find their way back to you, often in unexpected and amplified ways. The universe operates on principles of reciprocity and balance. When you give from a place of authenticity and love, the universe takes notice. This energetic contribution elevates not only your own vibrational frequency, but also the frequency of those around you. It's a feedback loop of positivity. What you put out into the world comes back to you, multiplied. What can you do to amplify this positive energy? Focus on giving without expectation, whether it's through creative expression, helping others, or simply spreading love and positivity. Each action sends ripples through the energetic fabric of the universe. By consciously choosing to put more energy into the world than you take, you align yourself with the flow of abundance and open yourself to receiving the universe's bounty. This principle of energetic contribution is not just about personal gain. It's about creating a world where collective success and well-being are in harmony with our individual aspirations. When we contribute positive energy to the universe, we sow the seeds for a future where success is not just a personal triumph, but a collective celebration of the light and positivity we have chosen to embody. These 5 signs, the restlessness within, the chaos of transformation, the stillness before the breakthrough, the deep inner peace, and the power of energetic contribution, are not just random occurrences. They are profound indicators that you are on the verge of a major victory. Each of these signs serves as a reminder that the universe is working in your favor, guiding you toward the success and transformation you've been longing for. As you move through life, pay attention to these subtle signals. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, offering reassurance that even in the midst of uncertainty and challenge, you are on the right path. Trust in the journey, embrace the twists and turns, and know that the breakthrough you seek is not just possible, it is inevitable. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button Subscribe to our channel and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on new content that can help you on your journey. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear how the universe is speaking to you. And if you're looking for even more inspiration, check out the links below to dive deeper. Thank you for being here, and remember, your time to win big is near. At this very moment, you might feel a tingling sense of curiosity, or even an overwhelming sense of resonance with what you are about to hear. You've never quite fit in, have you? You've walked a path that feels different, one that doesn't seem to align with the lives of those around you. People may have seen you as peculiar, and you've often wondered why certain experiences gravitate towards you while others seem untouched by the invisible forces shaping your life. But the truth is, nothing has been accidental. There's a reason why you've stumbled across this message, and it goes deeper than coincidence. This is the moment you were destined to encounter because you are a chosen one. You've always felt it, a quiet knowing, a gentle pull. This message has found you at exactly the right time because your soul is ready. Ready to remember the sacred contract you signed long before you were born, a contract that holds the key to unlocking your immense, unseen power. Every struggle you've faced, every moment of joy and pain, has not been random. Each step has been a part of a grand design, a carefully crafted path, guiding you toward your awakening. Today, we will dive deep into understanding this contract, your soul contract, and uncover the vast, divine potential waiting to be activated within you. If this message resonates with you, it's not by chance. The universe is speaking directly to you, reminding you of the power you hold within. You are here to do something extraordinary, so stay with me until the very end, and together, we will embark on a journey that will change the course of your life. Before you entered this world, your soul entered into a sacred agreement with Source, a divine contract that would define not only your life's purpose, but also the vast untapped power that you carry within. This contract was not written on paper, nor signed with ink. It is far more profound, woven into the very essence of your being, encoded within your soul's blueprint. In the physical world, contracts are tangible, legally binding agreements. However, your soul contract transcends this realm. It is a spiritual vow, a promise made with the divine, defining your role in both your personal journey and the collective evolution of humanity. The moment you signed this contract, you agreed to a life of challenges, triumphs, moments of profound joy, and intense sorrow, all orchestrated to prepare you for the ultimate awakening of your true power. This sacred agreement explains the deep sense of otherness you've always felt, the feeling that you are walking a path few can understand. It explains the synchronicities that seem too perfect to be mere coincidence, the magnetic pull you feel towards certain people, places, and events. These are not accidents. They are subtle reminders from Source, guiding you back to the purpose you set for yourself before you incarnated into this physical existence. Each person you meet, each event you experience, no matter how brief or seemingly insignificant, plays a role in fulfilling your soul contract. The people who challenge you, the circumstances that stretch you to your limits, they are all part of a divine plan, designed to help you grow, evolve, and step into the immense power that is your birthright. This journey is not just about your personal growth, it's far grander than that. You are playing a role in the cosmic mission, a mission that spans lifetimes, dimensions, and realities. Your challenges are not random. They are deliberate, placed on your path to refine your abilities and awaken the dormant power within you. The contract you signed is both a map and a key, guiding you toward the realization of your purpose and unlocking the vast, unseen power that has been waiting to be fully activated. As you walk this path, the universe speaks to you in whispers, offering guidance in the form of signs, synchronicities, and intuitive nudges. Many people dismiss these as mere coincidences, but as a chosen one, you know better. You've likely noticed patterns in your life. certain numbers appearing repeatedly, significant events aligning in inexplicable ways, or moments of profound clarity that seem to come out of nowhere. These are not random occurrences. They are the universe's way of nudging you toward the remembrance of your soul contract. Synchronicities are the universe's love language. They are gentle confirmations that you are aligned with your soul's purpose, that the choices you are making and the direction you are headed are in harmony with the divine plan. Have you ever thought about someone only for them to call or text moments later? Or have you experienced déjà vu, as if you've been here before? These are subtle reminders of the interconnectedness of your existence. The threads of your soul contract, weaving themselves into the fabric of your daily life. But it goes even deeper. As you awaken to your true power, you may find that your intuition is becoming stronger, more finely tuned. You start to just know things without logical explanation. You feel drawn to certain people or experiences, even if you don't fully understand why. This is your higher self, the part of you that is eternally connected to Source, guiding you toward the next step in your journey. The awakening of your true power is a gradual process, often beginning in subtle ways. You may start to notice an increased sensitivity to the energies around you, an ability to sense when something is off, or a pull toward spiritual practices that help you connect with your higher self. This is no accident. Your soul is guiding you back to the path you agreed to walk before you were born. The more you trust these feelings, the more clearly you will hear the whispers of the universe. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward unlocking your full potential. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, reminding you of the power you hold and the purpose you came here to fulfill. As you deepen your awareness of these signs, you will begin to see them more frequently, each one acting as a stepping stone on the path to your ultimate awakening. Within you lies a power so vast and so profound that it transcends the physical realm. This power is not external. It is not something you need to seek out in the world around you. It has always been within you, waiting patiently to be awakened. But here's the secret. Awakening this power is not an instantaneous event. It unfolds gradually as you walk your path, face your trials, and learn who you truly are at the deepest level. At the core of this awakening is self-awareness. To truly unlock the power within, you must first recognize that you are not limited by the constraints of the physical world. As a chosen one, you operate on a higher spiritual frequency, one that allows you to access the unseen forces of the universe. This means you have the ability to influence energy, manifest your desires, and co-create with the divine. You may have already experienced glimpses of this power, moments when your thoughts seem to directly shape your reality, when opportunities present themselves at just the right time, or when you feel an undeniable sense of alignment with the universe. These are not anomalies. They are signs that your power is awakening. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The universe has entrusted you with this gift because it knows you are capable of using it wisely. This power is not meant to be wielded for selfish purposes or to manipulate others. It is a sacred gift, meant to be used for healing, creation, and elevation, both of yourself and the world around you. To fully awaken the vast power within you, the key lies in aligning yourself with Source, the infinite, all-encompassing energy that permeates every corner of creation. Source is not some distant or external force. It is the very essence of existence, the foundational energy from which everything in the universe is born. It is the life force that flows through the stars, the planets, the earth, and most importantly, through you. This process of alignment requires a deep level of self-awareness. It is not simply about external practices or rituals, although those can certainly help. The true work lies in knowing yourself at the core, understanding your soul's unique desires, and becoming aware of the patterns, fears, and illusions that might be blocking the flow of Source energy. To align with Source, you must strip away the layers of ego and conditioning that have accumulated over time. This is not an easy task, as it requires honesty and vulnerability. You must confront parts of yourself that you may have hidden or denied, and learn to embrace your authentic self with compassion and love. As you continue on this journey of self-discovery, you will begin to see that the power you seek has always been within you. It has never been something external, nor something you need to earn or achieve. It is an inherent part of who you are, a vast, unseen force that resides in the depths of your being, waiting patiently to be unlocked and harnessed. The more you let go of the need to control or manipulate your life's direction, the more you will realize that everything you need to awaken this power is already present within you. When you signed your soul contract with Source, you didn't just agree to the joyful moments or the ease that would come with unlocking your power. You also agreed to face challenges, obstacles that would test the very limits of your endurance, patience, and spiritual strength. These challenges, while difficult, are not imposed upon you. They are not punishments from the universe. Rather, they are opportunities for growth, carefully placed on your path to help you awaken to the fullness of your potential. One of the most profound challenges you will face is isolation. This isn't the typical solitude that everyone experiences at times. It is a deeper sense of separation, a feeling that the people around you cannot understand the weight of your journey or the depth of your soul. You may feel like an outsider, not because you are different in a superficial sense, but because your soul operates on a higher frequency, one that not everyone can resonate with. This isolation can lead to moments of profound loneliness. You may question your place in the world and wonder if anyone else truly grasps the scope of your existence. However, this isolation is not a curse. It is a necessary part of your spiritual journey. It forces you to look inward, to cultivate a stronger connection with Source, and to develop the inner strength needed to fulfill your soul contract. Another challenge you will likely face is the experience of setbacks. Just when you think you've gained momentum, life may throw a curveball your way, disrupting your plans and causing you to question whether you're truly on the right path. These setbacks are not random occurrences. They are deliberate and purposeful tests designed to build your resilience and strengthen your spiritual muscles. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to refine your abilities and grow closer to your ultimate awakening. By embracing these challenges with courage and grace, you will develop the strength needed to wield the immense power that lies within you. You will come to understand that the struggles you face are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on your path to mastery. At the heart of your soul contract is a cosmic mission, a purpose that extends beyond your personal life and into the collective evolution of the universe. When you agreed to this mission, you made a commitment not only to yourself, but to all of creation. This mission is unique to you, shaped by your gifts, your experiences, and the lessons you are meant to share with the world. Your mission may not always be clear, especially in the early stages of your awakening. You may feel a sense of purpose without knowing exactly what it is, or you may struggle to understand how your experiences fit into the larger picture. But as you continue to grow and evolve, the pieces of the puzzle will begin to fall into place. This mission is not about external validation, fame, or fortune. It is about service. Service to the universe, to humanity, and to the divine. It is about using your gifts to elevate others, to bring light into the world, and to contribute to the collective awakening of consciousness. Your cosmic mission may involve healing, teaching, creating, or simply being a beacon of light for others to follow. Whatever form it takes, it is a sacred calling that only you can fulfill. And as you continue to walk this path, you will begin to see how your challenges, your gifts, and your soul contract are all interconnected, leading you toward the fulfillment of your mission. One of the most crucial aspects of fulfilling your soul contract is learning to align yourself with the energy of Source. This is the energy of creation itself, the infinite flow of divine love and wisdom that permeates all of existence. When you align with this energy, you tap into the limitless power of the universe, allowing it to flow through you and guide your every step. Alignment with Source is not something that can be forced. It is a natural state of being that arises when you live in harmony with your true self and your soul's purpose. You will know you are in alignment when life begins to flow effortlessly, when synchronicities and opportunities appear at just the right time, and when you feel a deep sense of peace and clarity. To maintain this alignment, it is essential to cultivate practices that keep you connected to your higher self and the divine. Meditation, prayer, and mindfulness are powerful tools that can help you attune to the energy of Source and maintain your alignment. These practices quiet the noise of the external world and allow you to tune into the subtle vibrations of the universe. Another important aspect of aligning with Source is learning to let go of resistance. As a chosen one, you may feel a strong desire to control the outcome of your life, to make things happen according to your own timeline. However, true alignment with Source requires surrendering to the divine plan. This does not mean giving up on your dreams, but rather trusting that the universe knows what is best for you and will guide you toward the fulfillment of your soul contract in its own perfect timing. As a chosen one, you are far more than a mere bystander or passive participant in the grand tapestry of the universe. You are an active co-creator, a powerful being working in constant partnership with the divine to shape not only your reality, but also the greater fabric of existence itself. The role you play is deeply profound, for you possess the extraordinary ability to manifest your desires, dreams, and purpose into physical form, aligning with the energy of creation to bring forth new possibilities into the world. This power to co-create is not something given to you by external forces. It does not come from society, other people, or even a religious authority. Instead, it emerges from within you, springing from the deepest parts of your soul. It is an innate gift, a natural extension of your essence, and it is activated through your direct and intimate connection to Source, the infinite creative force that flows through all things. Source, sometimes called the divine, God, the universe, or the cosmic consciousness, is the ultimate energy behind creation, and as a chosen one, you are intrinsically connected to this boundless power. You are not separate from the universe. You are a vital part of it. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every intention you set carries an energetic frequency that resonates with the field of creation. When you fully realize this, you understand that your reality is not something that merely happens to you. You are not a victim of circumstance, nor are you at the mercy of life's unpredictability. Instead, you are a deliberate architect of your own experience. You have the power to influence the events, opportunities, and relationships that manifest in your life. This creative power begins with your thoughts and intentions. Every thought you have is a form of energy. Whether conscious or unconscious, your thoughts emit a vibration that interacts with the quantum field, the invisible web of energy that connects all things. When you focus your mind on a desire or goal with clarity and conviction, you send out energetic signals that the universe responds to. The clearer and more focused your thoughts and intentions, the stronger the energy you project into the world, and the more quickly your reality begins to shift in response. As you continue to evolve and embrace your role as a co-creator, you will come to realize that there are no limits to what you can achieve when you are aligned with Source. The power within you is limitless, a direct reflection of the infinite creative force that birthed the cosmos. You are here to create miracles, to shape a reality that is in harmony with your soul's deepest desires, and to contribute to the collective evolution of humanity. This is the sacred role you have been called to fulfill, and the universe is supporting you every step of the way. As we come to the end of this journey, remember this: you are a chosen one. The power you hold within is vast, unseen, and waiting to be fully realized. Your soul contract with Source is a testament to the higher purpose you are here to fulfill, and the universe is constantly working with you, guiding you, and supporting you on your path. Every challenge you face, every moment of joy, and every experience you encounter is a stepping stone toward your ultimate awakening. By aligning with the energy of Source, embracing your role as a co-creator, and trusting in the divine plan, you will unlock the immense power that has always been within you. Now take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned. Trust in your soul contract, trust in your purpose, and know that the universe is waiting for you to fully step into your greatness. If you made it this far, you are truly connected to your purpose. Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment with the number 77 to send a signal to the universe that you are ready to unlock your full potential. Remember, the universe is always working in your favor. You are powerful beyond measure. Embrace it, trust in yourself, and keep walking your divine path. The universe is waiting for you. Have you ever wondered if you're one of the chosen ones? Those called to a higher purpose in these final days? Do you feel a deep stirring in your spirit, as if you've been set apart for something greater, but aren't quite sure what lies ahead? Being chosen by God is an incredible honor, but it comes with challenges. Tests that every chosen one must face. These tests can be difficult, but they are essential for preparing you to walk fully in God's purpose. What are these tests? How do you know if you're passing them? And more importantly, how can you make sure you are truly aligned with God's calling for your life in these crucial times? In today's video, we're going to dive into the 4 specific tests that every chosen one must pass to be used by God. By understanding and overcoming these challenges, you'll be able to move forward with confidence, knowing that God is refining and equipping you for His divine mission. Before we get started, if you're seeking to grow deeper in your spiritual journey and want to uncover more wisdom like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update as we explore these powerful truths together. Now let's get started with the first test, the test of faith. The first and perhaps most fundamental test every chosen one must pass is the test of faith. This test goes far beyond simply believing in God's existence. It is about cultivating an unshakable faith that remains steadfast even when everything around you is falling apart. This kind of faith is not a surface-level belief that wavers in the face of trials, but a deep, abiding trust in God that endures through all circumstances. When life situations seem to directly contradict God's promises, when prayers go unanswered, dreams are delayed, or unexpected hardships arise, it is in these challenging seasons that God works to build a rock-solid faith within us. This is a faith that is not dependent on what we see, feel, or hear, but is anchored solely in His Word and His unchanging nature. The test of faith often involves a journey into the unknown, where God calls us to step out of our comfort zones and into a place of total reliance on Him. It is a journey where the path ahead is unclear and the usual markers of progress are absent. Here, God strips away our reliance on earthly securities, such as finances, relationships, and health, forcing us to confront the reality of whether our trust truly rests in Him or in the comforts of this world. This test challenges us to trust God's character and promises even when we have no visible evidence to support that trust. Consider the story of Abraham, who is often referred to as the father of faith. God promised Abraham that he would become the father of many nations, yet he and his wife, Sarah, were childless and well beyond childbearing years. Despite this apparent impossibility, Abraham believed God's promise. His faith was tested over many years of waiting, but he did not waver in unbelief. Instead, he grew stronger in faith, fully persuaded that God had the power to do what He had promised. It is this kind of unyielding faith that persists despite overwhelming odds, that God desires to cultivate in each of us. The test of faith is not about having all the answers or understanding every aspect of God's plan. Instead, it is about trusting in God's goodness, His faithfulness, and His sovereign control over every detail of our lives. It is about holding on to His promises when everything else tells us to let go. When we face situations that make us question His presence or His promises, such as a devastating loss, a prolonged illness, or a season of financial hardship, our faith is being refined and purified. In these moments, we learn to trust God not because of what He does, but because of who He is. This test also reveals the true nature of our faith. Is it based on circumstances? Or is it rooted in a deep relationship with God? When the storms of life hit, it becomes evident whether our foundation is built on the shifting sands of external conditions or the solid rock of Christ's promises. As it says in Hebrews 11:1, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Faith goes beyond our natural understanding and senses. It is the spiritual assurance of things unseen and the confidence that God's word is true, no matter what. When you find yourself in a season where your faith is being tested, it can feel overwhelming, even isolating at times. But remember, these moments are not without purpose. God is at work within you, shaping and refining your heart. He is strengthening your trust, deepening your reliance on Him, and preparing you for the incredible plans He has for your life. Just as gold is refined through fire, so too is your spirit being purified and strengthened through trials. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow in faith, to learn the art of surrender, and to discover a deeper relationship with God. Embrace this test of faith with open arms, knowing that through it, you are being transformed. You are becoming a steadfast and immovable follower of Christ, someone who can weather the storms of life with unwavering hope. Through these trials, God is equipping you for every good work He has prepared. He is building in you the strength and resilience necessary to fulfill your divine purpose. Trust in His process, for He is faithful, and in due time, you will reap the harvest of your perseverance, stronger, wiser, and more deeply rooted in Him than ever before. The second critical test every chosen one must face is the test of time and patience. This test pushes us to trust in God's perfect timing rather than our own, which can be incredibly challenging in a world that craves instant results and quick fixes. In today's fast-paced society, where everything is available at the click of a button and waiting is often seen as a sign of weakness or inefficiency, learning to wait on God can feel counterintuitive and even painful. Yet, this is precisely why the test of time is so vital. It cultivates within us the essential virtue of patience, teaching us to lean not on our own understanding, but on God's infinite wisdom and flawless timing. This test of waiting is not simply about enduring hardships or surviving challenging times. It is far more profound than that. It is a divine opportunity, an invitation to grow in trust, to deepen our relationship with God, and to allow our character to be refined in ways that only the waiting process can bring. In these seasons of delay, we are being stretched and shaped, learning what it truly means to depend on God's timing rather than our own desires or expectations. Waiting on God with a patient and open heart allows us to step back from the urgency of our immediate circumstances and see the broader perspective of God's divine orchestration. It teaches us a crucial spiritual truth: that God's delays are not denials. They are not signs that He has abandoned us or that our prayers have gone unheard. Instead, they are part of a far greater plan, a meticulous preparation for the purpose He has in store for us. It is through this period of waiting that we are given the chance to grow, not only in faith but in wisdom and resilience as well. Think of it like the planting of a seed. Before a seed can ever become a thriving plant, it must first be buried in the soil. It must go through a period of growth in the hidden darkness, a quiet, unseen process of transformation that takes time and cannot be rushed. In the same way, we often must go through these hidden seasons of waiting, where it feels as though nothing is happening, and we are buried beneath the weight of uncertainty. Yet it is during this very time that God is at work, nurturing our spirit, growing our faith, and preparing us for what is to come. This period of waiting is sacred. It is where our spiritual roots grow deeper, where our dependence on God becomes stronger, and where our inner life is nurtured. It is where we are shaped into the person God has called us to be, strong, steadfast, and ready for the next season. Without this period of waiting, we would not be equipped to handle the fullness of the blessings or the responsibilities that come with God's plans for us. Just as the seed must first be transformed in the darkness before it can sprout and thrive in the light, we too must trust that our waiting is purposeful, that we are being prepared in ways we may not yet understand. The third test that every chosen one must face is the test of rejection for righteousness. This test is perhaps one of the most painful, but also one of the most spiritually refining experiences. In a world where moral relativism is increasingly the norm, standing firm in God's standards of holiness and righteousness often comes with a significant cost. We live in a time where right and wrong are often seen as subjective, and where upholding absolute truths can make you a target for criticism, misunderstanding, and even isolation. Yet the call to follow Christ is not a call to conform to the world, but to be set apart, to live in a way that honors God's truth, even when it is unpopular. Choosing to uphold God's principles in a culture that frequently promotes the opposite can be incredibly challenging and uncomfortable. It may mean standing alone in your convictions, being misunderstood, sidelined, or even outright rejected by friends, family, or society because of your commitment to living according to God's ways. Jesus himself warned that following him would come with opposition. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. This rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a consequence of standing for righteousness in a world that often rejects the light. This test is more than just an external trial. It is a deeply personal one. The test of rejection for righteousness challenges not only your faith, but also your identity. It asks, are you willing to stand firm in your faith, even when it costs you the approval of others? It invites you to examine where your true allegiance lies. Is it with God, or is it with the fleeting opinions of man? This test forces you to seek a deeper relationship with God, to find your validation in Him alone, rather than in the acceptance of those around you. It is in the fire of rejection that God often refines our spirits, teaching us to lean solely on Him for our strength, our comfort, and our sense of belonging. Through this test, we are reminded that our identity is not rooted in how the world perceives us, but in how God sees us. His love, His approval, and His truth are what define us. Rejection for righteousness is a painful but powerful invitation to grow closer to God, to anchor ourselves in His unchanging love, and to rise above the need for worldly affirmation. Moreover, this test serves to deepen our understanding of Christ's own journey. Jesus was the ultimate example of someone who was rejected for righteousness' sake. He lived a perfect, sinless life, yet He was scorned, mocked, and crucified by the very people He came to save. When we face rejection for choosing to live according to God's standards, we are sharing in Christ's suffering. But in that suffering, there is a profound blessing. Jesus himself said, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." This rejection, though painful, aligns us with the very heart of God and His kingdom. So while this test may be one of the most difficult to endure, it is also one of the most spiritually significant. In choosing righteousness over acceptance, we are not only growing in our relationship with God, but we are also preparing ourselves for the greater plans and purposes He has in store for us. We are learning to walk the narrow path, the path that leads to life, even when it is hard and lonely. In the midst of rejection, let us remember that we are never truly alone. God is with us, and He honors those who honor Him. The world may turn its back on you, but God's love remains constant, unwavering, and full of grace. Standing firm in righteousness, though it may come at a cost, is ultimately the path that leads to true fulfillment and eternal reward in God's kingdom. The fourth and final test every chosen one must endure is the wilderness experience, a profound spiritual journey that requires not only endurance, but transformation. This test is not just about surviving adversity, but about growing through what you go through. It is where hardship is turned into spiritual maturity, where challenges become opportunities for deepening your faith and discovering who you truly are in God. Just as Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tested and prepared for His ministry, so too will God lead His chosen ones into their own wilderness seasons. This test can take many forms: periods of isolation, financial hardship, the loss of a loved one, illness, a crisis of faith, or other deeply challenging circumstances that strip us down to our very core. It is in these moments that we are often forced to confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and even the parts of ourselves that we'd rather ignore. In the wilderness, there is nowhere to hide. It is a place where all the distractions and comforts of life are removed, leaving you face to face with yourself and God. For many, the wilderness can feel like abandonment. You may wonder, where is God? Why am I going through this? But in truth, the wilderness is a place of profound divine purpose. It is not punishment, but preparation. Just as Jesus fasted and prayed for 40 days, battling temptation and enduring the harshness of the desert, God uses the wilderness to test, strengthen, and refine us. It is in the wilderness that we learn to rely on Him completely. When all else is stripped away, we are left with the realization that God is enough. It is in this space of raw vulnerability that He does some of His deepest work within us. The wilderness is a season of spiritual purification. In this barren place, God allows us to face trials that reveal the impurities in our hearts, the doubts, fears, pride, and self-reliance that we often carry unnoticed. As we journey through this challenging phase, God invites us to surrender these burdens, to let go of the things that hold us back from living fully in His purpose. Through this process, we are transformed from within, becoming more aligned with His will and more dependent on His strength. Though it is painful, this period of testing is where some of the most powerful transformations take place. Like the Israelites who wandered in the desert for 40 years, this spiritual desert becomes a time of faith building. The Israelites had to learn to trust God day by day, relying on Him for manna, water, and guidance. It was through their trials that they were molded into a nation ready to enter the Promised Land. Similarly, in our own difficult seasons, God teaches us to trust Him, to depend on His provision, and to follow His lead, even when the path ahead seems unclear. One of the most important lessons in this testing ground is that God is always present, even when we feel alone. In these desolate periods when it seems like the heavens are silent, God is working in ways we cannot see. He is stretching our faith, deepening our relationship with Him, and preparing us for what lies ahead. Just as Jesus emerged from His time in the wilderness empowered by the Spirit to begin His ministry, so too will we emerge from these trials stronger, wiser, and more spiritually mature, ready to step into the next phase of our calling. This period also teaches us patience and endurance. In a world that craves instant gratification, these moments force us to slow down, to wait, and to trust in God's timing. It's a time where we must learn to be still, to seek God in the quiet, and to understand that He is preparing us for something far greater than we can imagine. We learn to rely not on our own understanding but on God's wisdom, and through that trust, we discover the beauty of surrender. Furthermore, these trials prepare us to become more compassionate and empathetic toward others. As we endure our own challenges and experience God's comfort and provision, we become more equipped to comfort and encourage those who are going through similar struggles. These experiences are not just about personal growth, but about equipping us to be vessels of God's love and grace to others. Ultimately, this journey is about transformation. It is the refining fire that prepares us for our divine purpose. While this phase may feel like a place of loss, it is actually a place of gain, where we develop spiritual strength, clarity, and a deeper connection to God. Through it, we come to understand that God's plans for us are far greater than the temporary struggles we face, and that He is faithful to lead us out when the time is right. As difficult as these seasons can be, they are essential parts of every chosen one's journey. Without them, we would not be fully prepared for the greater blessings and responsibilities that God has for us. These trials strip away everything we don't need, leaving us with a heart that is fully surrendered to God, a faith that is unshakable, and a spirit that is ready to fulfill His calling. So, if you find yourself in this season of hardship, remember this: God is with you, shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a deeper, more powerful chapter. When you emerge, you will be transformed, equipped for every good work that God has prepared for you, and ready to step into the fullness of your calling. As we come to the end of today's powerful exploration, we've uncovered the 4 crucial tests that every chosen one must pass to be used mightily by God in these last days. Each of these tests is a divine opportunity to grow closer to God, to refine our character, and to strengthen our spiritual foundation. They are not meant to break us, but to build us, to prepare us for the incredible plans God has for our lives. If you are going through one of these tests right now, take heart. Know that God is with you, guiding you through each step of the journey. Remember that these tests are part of His process to equip you fully for His purpose. Embrace them with courage and faith, knowing that through them, you are being shaped into a vessel fit for the Master's use. Before you go, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos that will continue to empower and guide you on your spiritual journey. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need this encouragement. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, and testimonies in the comments below. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs today. Thank you for being part of our community. Together, let's continue to grow in faith, walk boldly in God's calling, and become the chosen ones He has destined us to be. Until next time, stay blessed and keep pressing on in your journey with God. In a world often shrouded in uncertainty and chaos, there are those who stand as beacons of light, individuals who seem to carry within them a profound connection to something greater than the mundane existence most experience. Have you ever felt this deep connection to the universe, a sense of purpose that transcends ordinary life? Throughout history, certain individuals have not only been chosen, but have demonstrated extraordinary power and influence among their peers. These are the most powerful chosen ones, marked not merely by their spiritual status, but also by their profound connection to a divine source and an unwavering commitment to their mission. Today, we explore 9 signs that you stand out as one of the most powerful chosen ones. These signs are not just indicators of spiritual status. They reveal a profound alignment with the universe's greater plan, a calling that echoes through the very fabric of your being. As you read through these signs, reflect on your journey, your experiences, and the subtle, yet powerful ways in which the divine has shaped your path. Sign number 1, the crucible of hardship, fortification through fire. The first and perhaps most telling sign that you are among the chosen is your experience of extraordinary hardship. These challenges are not merely obstacles. They are essential catalysts in your spiritual awakening and the development of profound self-resilience. Your journey through life has likely been marked by significant trials, moments of deep pain, and overwhelming adversity. These are not random occurrences, but are part of the divine's plan to forge you into a vessel strong enough to carry out your mission. Consider the moments when you faced overwhelming adversity, perhaps a personal loss that seemed insurmountable, or a professional failure that left you doubting your path. These hardships did more than test your strength. They stripped away the superficial layers of your being, compelling you to confront and embrace your deeper self. It was in these moments of vulnerability and reconstruction that you found your true power emerging, not just intact but transformed. This transformation is not merely about recovery, it is about revolutionizing your perspective and approach to life. As you went through these trials, you developed a resilience that goes beyond mere endurance. You cultivated a wisdom and inner strength that now guide you, allowing you to lead and inspire others who might still be in the throes of their battles. Your journey through hardship has thus shaped you into a spiritual guide, someone who has not only walked through the fire, but who can also light the way for others. Each challenge you have overcome maps out a path for those who will follow, proving that the deepest wounds can forge the strongest warriors. This resilience is a testament to your capacity to transform pain into power, and it marks you as a chosen one equipped to elevate not just your own spirit, but the collective soul of humanity. In every trial, you are not just surviving, you are thriving, growing stronger, and more aligned with your divine purpose. Sign number 2, rapid spiritual downloads. The lightning of insight. Another profound sign that you are one of the chosen is your history of rapid spiritual downloads. Sudden, profound insights that arrive unexpectedly, deepening your understanding of the universe and your place within it. These are not mere moments of clarity, but transformative revelations that reshape your spiritual path and accelerate your growth. Unlike ordinary thoughts or ideas, these downloads are infused with a sense of urgency and certainty, guiding you toward your higher purpose. You might recall times when these insights struck like lightning, while walking in nature, in the quiet moments before sleep, or amidst the chaos of everyday life. Suddenly, you understood complex spiritual concepts without prior study or guidance, or you intuitively knew the direction in which you needed to move. These downloads are not random. They are tailored to your journey, provided at critical junctures to guide and propel you forward. These intuitive insights often come with an overwhelming sense of certainty. They have influenced your life path by affirming your decisions, directing your actions, and sometimes radically altering your course. For instance, perhaps a sudden insight led you to pursue a path of healing, not just for yourself, but for others, or it might have prompted you to leave a seemingly secure career for one that felt more aligned with your soul's purpose. The significance of these downloads lies in their timing and their impact. They equip you with the wisdom and knowledge necessary to undertake tasks that serve a higher purpose, ensuring that you are not just following your path, but also becoming a beacon for others. These moments of profound insight confirm that your experiences are not random, but are part of a larger plan, marking you as a chosen one, someone entrusted with bringing light to the dark corners of human experience. Your capacity to receive and integrate these rapid spiritual downloads is a clear indicator of your role as a spiritual guide, tasked with the profound responsibility of elevating collective consciousness. Each download not only enriches your understanding, but also prepares you to disseminate this newfound knowledge, further validating your significant place in this spiritual evolution. Sign number 3, mastery over personal boundaries, stewarding your sacred space. One of the most critical signs that you are among the chosen is your mastery over personal boundaries, a skill that protects your energy and focuses your efforts on spiritual growth. Aware of the profound journey you are on, you understand that maintaining these boundaries is not just about saying no to others, but about affirming your path and purpose. This mastery is not merely a defensive mechanism. It is a proactive strategy for preserving your spiritual integrity and ensuring that your energy remains aligned with your higher calling. Consider how in your daily life you've had to make tough decisions about whom to spend time with, what projects to undertake, and where to allocate your energies. These decisions are influenced by an innate understanding that not all relationships or activities serve your higher calling. For instance, you might have distanced yourself from those whose energy feels draining or misaligned with your values, or perhaps you've declined opportunities that, while lucrative or prestigious, would divert you from your spiritual pursuits. The impact of these boundaries extends beyond mere self-preservation. They are instrumental in creating a life that is not cluttered with distractions, but is instead aligned with your true purpose. This alignment allows you to remain centered even in tumultuous times and keeps your spiritual journey on course. It also enables you to engage more deeply and meaningfully with those who truly resonate with your path, fostering relationships that are supportive and enriching. Moreover, your ability to maintain strong personal boundaries often serves as a model for others, teaching them the importance of self-respect and the courage to prioritize personal well-being and spiritual growth. This aspect of your journey not only highlights your strength, but also underscores your role as a guide and protector of your own soul's mission. Thus, your mastery of personal boundaries is not a barrier, but a gateway, ensuring that every step you take is measured and meaningful. It signifies a profound understanding of your needs and a commitment to safeguarding your spiritual integrity. This discipline is essential for anyone on a path of deep spiritual significance, marking you as a steward of your own destiny, wisely managing the energies that flow through and around you. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, you create a sacred space where your spiritual practices can flourish, free from the distractions and influences that might otherwise lead you astray. Sign number 4. The lone wolf, solitude as a sacred strategy. Another defining trait of the chosen ones is their inclination to be perceived as a lone wolf, a trait that not only defines your social interactions, but profoundly shapes your spiritual journey. Your solitary nature allows for deep introspection and an uncompromised spiritual practice, serving as a cornerstone in your mission to evolve and enlighten, not just yourself, but those around you. This characteristic manifests in your daily life as a preference for solitude, in moments that others might seek company. Consider how, during social gatherings, you find yourself drifting away from small talk to reflect on deeper, more meaningful topics. Or perhaps in your professional environment, you are the individual who lunches alone, using this time to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with your inner self. Being a lone wolf serves your spiritual development by providing the space and silence necessary for your inner voice to become clear and potent. It is in these quiet moments that the distractions of the external world fade, allowing you to delve into the depths of your spiritual practice without interference. This independence is crucial for maintaining the purity of your spiritual insights and ensuring that your practices are aligned with your true self, free from the influence and biases of others. Your path of solitude is not a sign of disconnection, but a deliberate choice that enables you to preserve your energy and focus it on your spiritual growth. This aspect of your personality often intrigues and inspires others, drawing them to you not in spite of your solitude, but because of the profound peace and certainty it represents. Being seen as a lone wolf is not merely a social descriptor, but a significant spiritual strategy. It highlights your commitment to personal growth and the disciplined pursuit of enlightenment. As you navigate this path, you become a beacon for those seeking to understand how solitude can serve as a powerful tool in one's spiritual arsenal, teaching by example that true strength and wisdom often come from within. Your solitary nature is not an isolation from the world, but a deep connection with the inner realms of your soul, where the most profound spiritual insights and revelations are born. Sign number 5, a strong sense of mission and purpose, the divine directive. A strong sense of mission and purpose is another unmistakable sign that you are among the chosen ones. This is not a vague or fleeting feeling, but a clear and compelling directive that guides your actions and aligns with the broader spiritual needs of humanity. You are not drifting through life. You are driven by a profound understanding of your role in the cosmic play, a role that extends beyond personal ambitions to address the spiritual evolution of the collective. In your daily life, this mission manifests in choices that may seem unconventional to others. Perhaps you've chosen a career that prioritizes impact over income, like working for nonprofit organizations focused on healing the planet or fostering spiritual growth in communities. Or maybe you're an artist whose work is dedicated to awakening deeper consciousness through visual or musical expressions. These are not random decisions, but are deeply aligned with your soul's calling, designed to resonate with and uplift others on their spiritual journeys. Your strong sense of mission provides a steadfast focus and direction, making it easier for you to navigate life's challenges. This clarity allows you to make sacrifices that others might not understand, prioritizing your spiritual goals over more worldly or immediate gains. It is this dedication that not only defines your path, but also serves as an inspiration to others, showing them the power of living a life aligned with a greater purpose. Your mission is intrinsically linked to the spiritual needs of humanity. In a world rife with materialism and existential disconnection, your commitment to spiritual values and practices offers a beacon of hope and a roadmap for others seeking depth and meaning in their lives. This alignment ensures that every step you take not only furthers your personal enlightenment, but also contributes to a collective awakening. As a chosen one, your purpose is not merely to advance your spiritual journey, but to help guide and uplift the spiritual evolution of others. Your sense of mission is a divine directive, a call to action that compels you to move forward with confidence and conviction, knowing that your work is not just important, but essential to the greater good of humanity. Sign number 6. Clear visions and prophetic dreams. A glimpse beyond the veil. One of the most mystical and powerful signs that you are among the chosen ones is your experience of clear visions or prophetic dreams. These are not mere dreams, but profound glimpses into your soul's journey across time, offering guidance and confirmation of your path. You are not just moving forward. You are being led by the wisdom of ages, the echoes of past lives, and the unveiling of future possibilities. Think of waking from a dream where you were a healer in a distant past, using herbs and words to mend physical and spiritual wounds. Such a vision isn't random. It's a message, a piece of your spiritual lineage resurfacing to remind you of your healing abilities that can be applied in today's world. Or perhaps you see a future where societies are built on principles of empathy and spiritual connection, visions that fuel your current endeavors towards social justice or community healing. These visionary experiences provide unique insights into your role in the cosmic continuum. They reassure you that your actions are aligned with a larger divine blueprint. Each vision acts as a compass, steering you through life's tumultuous seas with the confidence that you are fulfilling a role ordained by the spiritual realms. These visions are instrumental in your development and effectiveness as a spiritual guide. They offer concrete examples of how to apply ancient wisdom in modern contexts, bridging time and space to heal present wounds. They also furnish you with a profound sense of purpose and urgency, as you are not only working to mend the now, but also to shape the future. Your ability to see beyond the present, to recall past lives and envision future possibilities, is not just a sign of your spiritual acuity. It is a tool and a testament to your significant role as a chosen one. These visions confirm that you are on the right path, tasked with carrying forward the lessons of the past and the hopes of the future, weaving them into the fabric of today's world. Sign number 7. The gift of transformation, influencing and empowering others. A powerful and unmistakable sign of being a chosen one is your innate capability to influence and transform others, a profound gift that sets you apart. You wield the power not just to explore your own spiritual path, but to act as a catalyst for change in those around you. Your presence, words, and actions resonate deeply, often leaving a transformative impact on others. Your influence manifests in various aspects of daily life. Consider the times when your simple advice or insights have changed the course of someone's decisions, steering them toward healthier or more fulfilling paths. Or recall the moments when your mere presence in a room has shifted its energy, uplifting spirits and inspiring hope. These are not coincidences, but reflections of your profound ability to effect change. This transformative influence is especially visible in the testimonials of those whose lives you've touched. Maybe a friend credits you with their newfound courage to pursue their dreams, or a colleague points to your example as the reason they embraced a more ethical way of living. Each story is a testament to the ripple effect of your actions and the spiritual force that you embody. Moreover, your ability to inspire transformation in others is not merely about altering their current state, but about helping them access their own potential. It's as if you unlock a door they've been unable to open themselves, allowing them to step into a fuller, more authentic version of their lives. This capability is both a gift and a responsibility, requiring you to be mindful of the power you hold and to use it wisely, nurturing growth and fostering positive change wherever you go. Your transformative power is a hallmark of the chosen ones, reflecting your deep connection to the divine and your role in the collective awakening. By influencing and empowering others, you extend the reach of your spiritual journey, creating a ripple effect that touches countless lives and contributes to the overall elevation of human consciousness. Sign number 8. Synchronicities and alignments. The universe's subtle guidance. Another sign that you are among the chosen is your frequent experience of synchronicities and alignments, meaningful coincidences that appear to guide your path. These are not random events but cosmic signals tailored for you, confirming that your journey is aligned with a higher purpose. Each synchronicity is a nod from the universe, a whisper that you are exactly where you need to be, doing precisely what you are meant to do. In your daily life, these synchronicities might manifest as unexpectedly meeting someone who can help you with a current project or stumbling upon a book that addresses the very questions you've been pondering. Consider the times when you've thought of someone only to receive a call from them moments later, or when you've arrived somewhere just in time to witness something that felt like it was meant for your eyes only. These moments are your personal signs, designed to steer you and reassure you on your path. They are markers of divine timing, showing you that your actions are supported by the spiritual energies that govern the universe. They often come when doubts creep in or when decisions loom large, serving as affirmations or guiding lights. Recognizing and understanding these signs can significantly influence both your spiritual and everyday life, enhancing your decision-making and giving you confidence in the steps you choose to take. These synchronicities also play a crucial role in your interactions with others, leading to impactful connections and opportunities that are not just beneficial for your personal growth, but also for fulfilling your mission to guide and uplift others. Each alignment is a thread in your life, woven by hands unseen, to support and enhance your journey toward your highest spiritual potential. Your frequent experiences of synchronicities are not just strokes of luck, but are profound, orchestrated elements of your spiritual path, highlighting your deep connection with the universe and its mysterious guiding force.
Sign number 9. Profound connection with the divine. Walking in the light. The most significant sign of all, one that encompasses and transcends all others, is your profound connection with the divine or universal energy. This connection is a continuous and deep communion that infuses every aspect of your existence. It is not simply a belief. It is a tangible, palpable presence that shapes your thoughts, actions, and teachings, setting you apart as a chosen conduit for higher wisdom. This divine connection manifests in your daily life through an innate intuition that guides your decisions. When faced with choices, you feel a compelling pull toward one path over another, a pull that feels as if it's directed by a force greater than yourself. This might appear in small decisions, like choosing to take a different route home only to avoid an unforeseen delay, or in significant life changes, such as pursuing a career that fulfills your soul's purpose despite societal expectations. Your actions, too, are imbued with this connection. They are often characterized by selflessness and a drive to serve the greater good, influenced by a sense of duty that transcends personal gain. You might find yourself volunteering for causes that aim to uplift humanity, or spontaneously helping strangers in need, driven by an inner directive that is as natural to you as breathing. In your teachings, whether formal or through the example of your life, this connection becomes a beacon for others. You speak of concepts not just as theories but as lived experiences, your words resonating with the authenticity of someone who walks in constant dialogue with the divine. This doesn't only inspire but also empowers others to seek their own spiritual connections, enhancing their journeys with your insights. Thus, your profound connection to the divine is not just a facet of your identity, but the very core of it. It is what makes you a luminary in a world thirsting for light, a guiding star for those lost in the shadows. It is both your gift and your mission, a sacred trust that you carry forward each day, ever deepening, ever expanding. From enduring extraordinary hardships that forge your spirit and resilience to experiencing synchronicities that guide your every step, each sign is a testament to your profound connection with the divine and your pivotal role in the spiritual evolution of humanity. You have felt the weight of otherworldly wisdom in your rapid spiritual downloads, recognized the echoes of your past lives, and seen the future possibilities laid out before you. Your mastery over personal boundaries and your innate ability to influence and transform others underscore your leadership on this path. And through it all,
Your deep connection with the divine shapes every thought, action, and teaching, imbuing your life with purpose and direction. Reflect on these signs in your own life. Consider how each has manifested in your journey, from the quiet whispers of intuition to the loud clarion of destiny. How have these signs shaped your relationships, your choices, your very perception of the world around you? This reflection is not merely an exercise in self-awareness, but a call to deeper understanding and further growth. As you continue on your path, accept the responsibility that comes with these profound gifts. Share your stories and insights, not as tales of personal triumph, but as beacons for others navigating their own spiritual journeys. Your experiences, enriched by divine guidance, can illuminate the paths of others, providing clarity and hope where there may be confusion and despair. Therefore, step forward with courage and conviction. Dive deeper into your personal exploration and spiritual growth, and encourage others to do the same. In sharing your journey, you not only affirm your role as a chosen one, but also help to weave the vast collective spiritual awakening. This is your calling, your mission, and your gift to the world. Embrace it with all the fervor of your enlightened heart. There comes a point in life when the people around you, whether they are family members, friends, colleagues, neighbors, or even strangers, believe they have you all figured out. They study your patterns, think they know your reactions, and feel confident they can predict your every move. For some, this knowledge becomes a tool. They think they can use it to manipulate, deceive, or even intimidate you, expecting you to follow a familiar script. After all, most people, when faced with pressure or mind games, will react in predictable ways, through fear, submission, or simply by backing down. But what happens when you break away from their expectations? What happens when, in that critical moment, you stand your ground unshaken and refuse to play along? This is the story of your strength, resilience, and profound wisdom. When the world thought it had the upper hand, you revealed your true power, not through confrontation, but through clarity, composure, and conviction. You didn't let them manipulate your emotions or dictate your path. Instead, you showed them that you are not someone who can be easily influenced or controlled. You are a person of purpose, guided by a vision that surpasses their limited understanding. And this, my friend, is what sets you apart. It's what makes you unstoppable. Imagine the look of surprise on their faces when, instead of reacting with fear or submission, you respond with calm strength. They thought they had outsmarted you. They were confident you would fold under the pressure. But in that moment, you defied their expectations. You didn't stumble, you didn't fall into their trap, and you certainly didn't back down. Instead, you displayed an inner strength they never anticipated, a resilience that threw them off balance. For those who rely on manipulation and control, this is a shock to their system. They are used to being in command, orchestrating outcomes to suit their desires. But when you didn't react the way they expected, it left them frustrated, powerless, and unsettled. Suddenly, they are no longer in control, and they don't know how to handle it. They are so accustomed to playing their games and winning that encountering someone like you, a person who won't play by their rules, leaves them scrambling for a new strategy. This is where the real power lies. In that moment of calm, when you refuse to be rattled, you are not just winning a battle, you are changing the entire game. You are showing them and yourself that you are far more than they ever gave you credit for. It's important to understand why some people behave this way. Manipulation is a tool often used by those who feel powerless in other areas of their lives. They seek control over others because it gives them a false sense of security and dominance. When they can predict and manipulate your reactions, they feel powerful. They convince themselves that they are smarter, craftier, and more in control than anyone else. But here's the truth. Their power is an illusion. It only works when people play along, when individuals allow themselves to be deceived or intimidated. The moment you refuse to follow their script, the facade crumbles. Their tactics lose their effectiveness because they are rooted in insecurity, not real strength. These people are not as clever as they believe themselves to be. They thrive on controlling others because they are afraid of losing control themselves. When you step outside of their grasp, it terrifies them. You've become the one thing they can't predict, the variable they can't control. And that's when you start to see their true colors, the desperation, the frustration, the fear. One of the greatest gifts you possess is your ability to see through the games people play. While others may be blinded by charm, flattery, or intimidation, you have the clarity of vision to recognize manipulation for what it truly is. You understand that people who attempt to deceive or control are operating from a place of fear, and you refuse to let their fear dictate your path. You've likely experienced moments where others underestimated you. Perhaps they mistook your kindness for weakness, your patience for ignorance, or your silence for submission. But in reality, you were simply observing, allowing them to reveal their intentions while you quietly prepared your next move. This ability to see beyond the surface, to recognize the true motivations behind people's actions, is what makes you so formidable. While others are easily swayed by appearances, you trust your intuition. You know that your inner guidance is sharper than any external force, and you use it to navigate through life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Manipulators often resort to gaslighting when their initial attempts to control you fail. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic in which they try to make you doubt your own perceptions and reality. They'll tell you that you're overreacting, being too sensitive, or misinterpreting their actions. They may even accuse you of imagining things that aren't real, all in an effort to make you question your own judgment. But here's where your strength shines again. You don't let their words distort your truth. You've learned to trust yourself deeply, to rely on your inner compass rather than the opinions of others. Even when faced with gaslighting, you stand firm in your knowledge of what is right and true. This doesn't mean you never experience doubt or second-guess yourself. After all, gaslighting is designed to shake your confidence. But over time, you've built a solid foundation of self-awareness and discernment. You know how to check in with your intuition, to ground yourself in your inner wisdom, and to dismiss the false narratives that others try to impose on you. The moment you realize that you are not obligated to follow anyone's script but your own is the moment you break free from the cycle of control. This is a powerful realization, one that changes the course of your life. When you stop seeking approval from those who wish to manipulate you, you reclaim your autonomy. You become the author of your own story, and no one else gets to dictate how it unfolds. You've chosen a different path. Instead of succumbing to fear or intimidation, you've embraced your power and your purpose. You understand that your worth is not defined by how well you fit into someone else's narrative. You are here to walk your own journey, to fulfill your own calling, and to rise above the limitations that others try to place on you. In doing so, you've not only liberated yourself, but you've also inspired others. Your courage, your resilience, and your determination serve as a beacon of light for those who are still trapped in the web of manipulation. You show them that it's possible to break free, to stand tall, and to rise above the fear that holds so many people back. It's no surprise that those who once sought to control you now find themselves deeply frustrated. They are used to winning, used to bending others to their will. But with you, they've encountered something entirely different. Someone who refuses to be dominated, someone who can't be swayed by cheap tricks or mind games. Your presence challenges their sense of superiority. They see you as a threat because you don't conform to their expectations. You don't allow them to manipulate you, and this drives them crazy. In their eyes, you've become an obstacle, an immovable force that they can't outsmart or overpower. This realization leaves them feeling small, insecure, and powerless. They've built their identity around their ability to control others, and when they can't control you, it shakes them to their core. They may try harder to bring you down, but each attempt only makes them more frustrated. Deep down, they know they've met their match, and it's a humbling experience for them. The reason you continue to rise despite the efforts of others to hold you back is simple. You are driven by a higher purpose. Your journey is not defined by the fleeting desires of others, nor by the shallow games of manipulation and control that so many get caught up in. Instead, you are guided by a vision, a divine calling that has been etched into the very fabric of your soul. This vision pulls you forward, encouraging you to grow, to evolve, and to move ever closer to the fulfillment of your true destiny. No matter the obstacles you encounter, you remain steadfast, knowing that these challenges are mere stepping stones on your path to greatness. While others are consumed by jealousy, envy, or a desire for power, you remain focused on your goals. These distractions cannot sway you because you understand something much deeper. Your purpose transcends the trivial concerns of those who would attempt to tear you down. You see beyond the superficial. You are not here to engage in petty rivalries or to feed into the toxic cycles of competition. Instead, you are here to make a real difference, to fulfill the sacred mission that has been entrusted to you by the divine, and to leave an indelible mark on the world, one that ripples out and touches countless lives. This is what makes you unstoppable. Your strength is not drawn from external validation or fleeting achievements, but from within, from that deep, unshakable connection to your soul's mission. You move through life with a quiet, powerful confidence because you know exactly who you are. You are not easily swayed by the opinions of others, nor are you deterred by temporary setbacks or the criticisms that may come your way. Instead, you stay focused on your purpose, aware that each step you take is divinely guided. You know where you're going, and you understand why you are here. This clarity of purpose acts as your North Star, leading you through even the most turbulent of storms. When others become lost or distracted, you remain focused, grounded in the knowledge that your journey is sacred, and that nothing and no one can take away the destiny that is meant for you. You are not just moving through life. You are ascending, rising higher with every challenge you overcome, with every lesson you learn, and with every act of love, kindness, and purpose that you put into the world. What truly sets you apart from those who try to manipulate or control you is not just your intelligence, but your wisdom. Intelligence, while valuable, is often focused on strategy, problem-solving, and the ability to outmaneuver others in situations of conflict or competition. It enables you to see through the tactics of those who attempt to deceive or undermine you, and it allows you to stay one step ahead in their games. But wisdom, which you possess in abundance, elevates you beyond the need to engage in those games at all. While intelligence can win battles, wisdom frees you from the war entirely. Wisdom is rooted in a higher understanding of life, one that recognizes that true fulfillment does not come from outsmarting others or proving your superiority. Instead, it comes from growth, compassion, and the pursuit of higher truth. You have come to realize that life is not about winning at the expense of others or constantly seeking validation through competition. Instead, your focus is on evolving as a person, expanding your capacity for love, kindness, and empathy, and aligning yourself with the deeper spiritual truths that transcend the material world. In the past, you may have encountered individuals who tried to bring you down through manipulation, deceit, or control. These people operate from a place of fear and insecurity, often projecting their own unresolved pain onto others. They believe that by controlling those around them, they can somehow gain power or shield themselves from their own vulnerabilities. But you, with your wisdom, can see through this. You understand that their behavior is not truly about you. It's a reflection of the inner battles they are fighting, battles with their own self-worth, fears, and unresolved traumas. This insight allows you to respond not with anger or resentment, but with compassion. You recognize that those who seek to hurt or control others are often suffering themselves. They are trapped in cycles of fear and insecurity, trying desperately to maintain a sense of power because they feel powerless within. Instead of retaliating or holding grudges, you choose to rise above. You respond with kindness and understanding, knowing that their actions come from a place of deep pain. This doesn't mean you allow people to walk all over you. On the contrary, you have strong boundaries and a clear sense of self-respect. But you've also realized that holding on to resentment or bitterness only weighs you down. By forgiving those who have wronged you, you free yourself from the negativity that could otherwise cloud your heart and mind. As you move forward on your journey, life will undoubtedly present you with more challenges. This is an inevitable part of growth. There will always be moments designed to test your strength, to stretch your patience, and to sharpen your resolve. You will encounter people who don't understand your vision, who may even try to undermine your efforts or distract you from your purpose. These individuals often act from a place of insecurity, jealousy, or fear. They may not realize it, but their actions are more about their own limitations than they are about you. Yet their presence in your life serves a deeper purpose. They are there to push you, to test your boundaries, and to make sure that your commitment to your path is as strong as it needs to be. Each challenge is like a refining fire, burning away what no longer serves you and molding you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. There will also be situations that test your mental and emotional fortitude, moments when you feel stretched thin and unsure of how to proceed. Life's complexities can sometimes feel overwhelming, as if you are being pulled in multiple directions at once. In these times, doubt may creep in, doubt in your abilities, in the path you've chosen, and even in your ability to persevere. But it's in these very moments that your inner strength will shine brightest. These periods of uncertainty are not signs that you are off track, but rather, they are opportunities for growth. They are a reminder that the path to greatness is not always smooth or straightforward. It is often winding, filled with obstacles that are there to teach you lessons that will be invaluable later on. Through it all, you will continue to rise. This is not just a statement of encouragement. It is a truth that has been proven time and time again by your past actions. You've already demonstrated an extraordinary resilience that sets you apart from many. You've encountered hardships before, faced moments of doubt, and endured situations where others may have faltered. But not you. You possess a core of inner strength that refuses to be broken. You may bend under pressure, but you do not break. You may stumble, but you always rise again. This resilience is a testament to your character, to the depths of your determination, and to the divine purpose that fuels your journey. In moments where others see only obstacles, you see opportunities. Where others might be stopped in their tracks, you find a way to move forward. This resourcefulness is one of your greatest gifts. You have the ability to assess a situation, to see beyond the immediate difficulties, and to find creative solutions. When life throws you a curveball, you don't panic. Instead, you calmly adjust your strategy and navigate through the complexities with grace and wisdom. You understand that no challenge is insurmountable, and you approach each obstacle with the confidence that you will emerge stronger on the other side. This is why, no matter what comes your way, you will not be defeated. Adversity is not something you fear. It's something you've come to expect as a natural part of the process of becoming. Rather than seeing challenges as barriers, you view them as stepping stones on your path to greatness. You recognize that each difficulty you face is there to teach you something valuable, to help you grow in ways you might not have otherwise, and to prepare you for even greater success in the future. With every challenge you overcome, you deepen your understanding of yourself, of life, and of your purpose. Remember, your path is not one of stagnation or conformity. It is a path of continuous growth, one that requires you to constantly evolve, to shed old layers, and to embrace new levels of understanding. You are not here to meet the expectations of others. You are not here to fit into the mold that society, family, or your peers may try to place upon you. You are here to break free from those constraints, to follow the calling of your soul, and to pursue the higher purpose that has been uniquely entrusted to you. In the end, the greatest lesson you've learned is that your power comes from within. No one can take it from you, and no one can diminish it unless you allow them to. You are the master of your own destiny, guided by a higher purpose that transcends the trivial games people play. So continue to embrace your power. Continue to live your truth. Keep shining your light, no matter how much it unsettles those who wish to control you. For in doing so, you are not only honoring yourself, you are also showing the world what it means to truly live with purpose, strength, and integrity. Your journey is far from over. You are destined to keep climbing higher, to keep growing, and to continue outsmarting anyone who tries to stand in your way. This is your path, and no one can take it from you. Keep rising, keep shining, and never forget, you are unstoppable. If this message has inspired or uplifted you in any way, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications so you can stay connected and continue receiving more empowering content. Your support means everything to us, and together, we can keep spreading light and truth. Are you feeling like life is shifting in ways you can't quite explain? As if the familiar is slowly peeling away, revealing something deeper, more profound. You may be stepping into your second awakening, a powerful transformation that changes not only how you see the world, but how you live in it. In today's video, we're diving into 12 unmistakable signs that your second awakening is happening right now. From heightened intuition to the spontaneous release of emotions, these are not just random occurrences, they are the universe's way of guiding you to a higher level of consciousness. If you resonate with this content and want to stay connected to more insights on spiritual awakening, conscious living, and personal transformation, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on the guidance that can help you navigate this beautiful and powerful journey. Now let's begin unfolding the 12 signs of your second awakening. The first sign, awakening to your vibrational reality. The gateway to your second awakening lies in a simple yet profound truth. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are not random. They carry energy, shaping the world around you in ways you may not always see. Every thought sends out a ripple, every feeling creates a wave, and every action vibrates with an unseen frequency. As you awaken to this reality, you'll realize how much of your life has been on autopilot, with routines guiding your steps and unconscious habits setting the pace. But now, a new path calls you to step forward with deliberate, conscious intention, turning each moment into a mindful act of creation. Picture your morning, typically filled with rushed motions and scattered thoughts. Now imagine transforming it into a sacred ritual. Making coffee is no longer just a task, but an opportunity to connect with your higher self. As you grind the beans, feel the texture beneath your fingers. As the water boils, let its warmth center you. As you pour it into your cup, take a deep breath and set an intention for the day. This small, deliberate act shifts your energy from reacting to the external world to mastering your internal reality. In this space, you are no longer merely moving through life. You are crafting it with purpose. As you begin to operate from this higher level of awareness, the world responds in kind. Without effort, you'll find new opportunities and people flowing into your life, aligning with the energy you now embody. Abundance no longer feels like something you must strive for. Instead, it naturally gravitates toward you, reflecting the harmony and grace you cultivate within. Your reality becomes a living mirror of your inner state, bringing you more of the peace, joy, and alignment you carry within your soul. The second sign, shifting from thinking to embodying. One of the biggest misconceptions we've been taught is that more thinking leads to more success. Society glorifies overanalysis, meticulous planning, and constant mental activity as the path to achievement. However, as your second awakening unfolds, you realize that true growth and abundance come not from thinking, but from embodying higher vibrations. Consider your daily interactions. Before, you might have spent hours over preparing for meetings or conversations, meticulously planning every word to ensure the desired outcome. But now, you begin to trust the flow of life. You walk into the same meeting with a calm, grounded confidence, radiating a frequency that effortlessly draws respect and cooperation. You realize that your energy speaks louder than any carefully planned strategy. You're no longer a participant. You're leading the energy of the room with your presence, an unseen force that others naturally gravitate toward. As you embrace this new way of being, insights begin to flood your consciousness. Like beams of light piercing through a fog, they illuminate the path ahead with clarity and purpose. You no longer feel the need to tie your worth to mental activity or achievements, but to the purity of your vibration. This profound shift frees up mental space, allowing more creativity, synchronicity, and abundance to flow into your life, without the struggle and overthinking that used to consume your energy. The third sign, reality filter upgrade. A significant part of the second awakening is the experience of what can only be described as a reality filter upgrade. Your perception sharpens, and the mundane aspects of life start to pulse with a sense of magic and meaning. It's as if a veil is lifted, revealing a world that is far more vibrant and alive than you previously noticed. Take something as simple as watching the sunset. Where you once saw a fading ball of light, you now see a symphony of hues, each color blending into the next, stirring your soul and connecting you to the divine. Walking through nature, a single leaf might captivate you with its intricate veins, revealing the hidden universe within it. This heightened sense of awareness transforms even the most mundane tasks into profound moments of connection with the world around you. This upgrade is not just about seeing more, it's about feeling more deeply. Your senses become attuned to the subtleties of life, allowing you to connect with your environment on a more profound level. In Hindu mythology, Arjuna's divine vision of Krishna's cosmic form in the Bhagavad Gita is a powerful metaphor for this shift in perception. As Krishna reveals the infinite manifestations of the universe, Arjuna's limited perception of reality is shattered, granting him the courage and clarity to fulfill his dharma. Similarly, your second awakening opens your eyes to the interconnectedness of all existence, allowing you to perceive life in its true, vivid beauty. The fourth sign, transcending the spiritual ego. As you rise further along your spiritual path, you may encounter an unexpected and subtle challenge, the emergence of the spiritual ego. Unlike the ego you may have previously worked to transcend, this new form is more elusive, cloaked in the guise of wisdom, insight, and spiritual growth. It can be difficult to detect because it often feels like progress. You might begin to notice subtle feelings of superiority creeping in, perhaps when you compare your spiritual journey to others. A quiet sense of pride may arise when you believe you are more awakened or enlightened than those around you. You may even catch yourself judging others for not being as spiritually aware, subconsciously placing yourself on a pedestal, convinced that your insights and experiences make you more evolved. This phase is an important crossroads in your spiritual evolution. It is a natural part of the journey to confront the spiritual ego, but it is vital to recognize it for what it is, another layer of separation and illusion. The key to moving beyond this is to understand that true enlightenment has nothing to do with hierarchy or superiority. It is not a contest or a ranking of who is more awakened. As you transcend this phase, your actions become more genuine, flowing naturally from a place of humility and love. Your interactions with others shift. Rather than seeing them as less aware or judging their progress, you begin to understand their journeys with greater empathy and kindness. Your spiritual practice, once driven by the desire to achieve or be better, becomes rooted in simplicity and sincerity. It becomes less about performing spiritual tasks and more about embodying spiritual truths in every moment. This is where true awakening begins, not in the grandeur of what you have attained, but in the quiet, profound embrace of your shared humanity with all living beings. The fifth sign, moving from doing to being. We live in a world that constantly drives us to do more, acquire more, and chase after success. We are conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to our achievements, wealth, and productivity. But as your second awakening unfolds, you begin to see through this illusion. You realize that true fulfillment doesn't come from what you have or what you do, but from who you are in each moment. Instead of chasing the next promotion, the next material possession, or the next milestone, you start to value the power of presence. You find joy in simply being. Your commute to work transforms from a rush to complete tasks to a peaceful time of reflection. You feel the flow of your breath, the weight of your body in the seat, the world passing by outside your window. This simple act of mindfulness fills you with a sense of calm and connection to the now. As you surrender to the present moment, you allow divine energy to flow through you. Your relationships deepen. Your work becomes a joyous expression of your true self, and life no longer feels like a constant chase. You've moved from doing to being, and in this state you discover the boundless joy and fulfillment of living in harmony with the universe. The sixth sign, emotional release and healing. During your second awakening, you might begin to feel waves of emotion wash over you, often without warning. These feelings can arise from the most unexpected places. A familiar melody from your childhood, a passing memory, or even a quiet moment of stillness. What might seem like random bursts of emotion are, in fact, powerful signs that your soul is in the process of deep healing. Old wounds, past traumas, and the weight of unspoken pain begin to surface, asking to be acknowledged and released. In this phase, you no longer push these emotions aside or bury them beneath layers of distraction. Instead, you begin to recognize them for what they truly are, sacred messengers from your inner self calling you to heal, grow, and transform. Think of those moments when a song unexpectedly brings tears to your eyes. It's not just nostalgia. It's your soul's way of shedding the layers of past hurt, grief, or longing that have been quietly building up within you. This is emotional alchemy, where pain is turned into peace and past burdens are transformed into freedom. With every release, you feel lighter, more whole, and closer to the truest version of yourself. This isn't just a fleeting emotional release. It's a profound, ongoing process of cleansing and renewal. By allowing yourself to fully feel and release these emotions, you make space for deeper clarity and healing, paving the way for a future filled with joy, lightness, and an unshakable sense of inner peace. In embracing this journey, you are freeing your spirit and welcoming the next chapter of your life with open arms and a heart unburdened by the past. The seventh sign, dissolution of old identities. As you journey deeper into your second awakening, something remarkable begins to unfold. The shedding of the old identities and roles that once defined you. The person you used to be, the one shaped by your career, family expectations, or societal norms, starts to feel distant, almost like a faint echo of a former life. You begin to realize that many of the labels you wore were never truly yours. They were constructs handed down by society, shaped by external expectations and past achievements. Now, those identities no longer hold the same weight or meaning they once did. This process of dissolving old identities is both liberating and at times disorienting. You may feel a sense of loss or confusion as you let go of the titles and roles that once gave you a sense of security and belonging. But beneath the surface, something far more profound is happening. You are no longer bound by the limitations of who you were supposed to be. Instead, you are stepping into the fluidity of your true essence, a self that is ever evolving, free from the confines of labels and expectations. This evolving identity allows you to grow, transform, and embrace new possibilities that align with the deeper truths of who you are becoming. In this new space of authenticity, your soul begins to flourish. You are no longer striving to meet societal standards or live up to outdated definitions of success. Like Hypatia of Alexandria, the brilliant philosopher and mathematician who defied the conventions of her time to pursue her intellectual passions, you too are breaking free from the chains of conformity. Hypatia lived a life of courage and conviction, unafraid to challenge societal norms in her quest for knowledge and wisdom. Similarly, You are now moving toward a life of greater freedom and purpose, unshackled by the roles you once played. You are carving out a path where your true self can thrive, empowered by the realization that you are not defined by your past, but by the limitless potential of who you are becoming. This is the beauty of your second awakening, the shedding of old skins, the release of outdated identities, and the emergence of a self that is fluid, expansive, and authentic. As you embrace this newfound freedom, you step into a life that is aligned with your soul's deepest calling, a life where you can grow, evolve, and express your truest nature without limits. The eighth sign, intuitive lightning strikes. One of the most exhilarating elements of the second awakening is the sudden onset of intuitive clarity. Those moments where life-changing insights seem to appear out of nowhere, like bolts of lightning illuminating the darkest skies. You begin to experience a profound sense of inner knowing, trusting your gut instincts with a certainty you've never felt before. It's as if an invisible compass within you is guiding your every step, gently but powerfully steering you toward choices that are in perfect alignment with your soul's true path. Imagine deciding, seemingly on a whim, to take a spontaneous trip or start a new creative project. What initially feels like an impulsive choice unfolds into something transformative, opening doors to personal growth, new connections, and opportunities you never could have planned for. These decisions are not random. They are the results of your heightened intuition, now emerging as your most reliable guide. You no longer question whether your instincts are right, you simply know. This inner wisdom, sharpened by your awakening, leads you toward people, places, and experiences that resonate with your highest potential. In the rich tapestry of Yoruba mythology, Orunmila, the god of wisdom and divination, is revered for offering divine guidance to those seeking clarity. Orunmila's followers believe that through divination, he reveals hidden truths and provides insight that transcends ordinary perception. Much like those who turn to Orunmila, you begin to receive flashes of wisdom that seem to come from a higher source. These moments of revelation are not mere accidents or coincidences. They are the universe speaking directly to you, aligning your actions with the deeper currents of your destiny. As these intuitive strikes become more frequent, they begin to reshape your reality, making your journey through life feel less like a struggle and more like a dance with the divine. Each insight brings you closer to the realization that the answers you seek have always been within you, waiting to emerge when you are ready to listen. The ninth sign, seeing through the material, mirage. As your second awakening continues to unfold, you begin to see beyond the illusions of material possessions and the false promises of lasting happiness they offer. For so long, you may have been conditioned to believe that wealth, status, and accumulating things are the keys to fulfillment. But now, as your awareness deepens, you recognize that the true essence of joy and contentment cannot be found in what you own. Instead, it lies in the richness of experiences, the depth of relationships, and the beauty of authentic connections. You start to reassess how you spend your time, energy, and resources. No longer drawn to the endless chase of the latest gadgets or fleeting trends, you find yourself naturally gravitating toward experiences that nourish your spirit. The treasures you now seek are intangible: love, wisdom, connection, gifts that are timeless and infinitely more fulfilling than the temporary thrill of acquiring material goods. By detaching from the materialistic mindset, you open yourself to the profound joy of living a life rooted in love, connection, and purpose. Your relationships deepen as you invest more time and energy into those around you, and your experiences grow richer as you focus on moments that truly resonate with your soul. The fulfillment that arises from this shift in perspective is far greater than anything a possession could offer. It's a contentment that radiates from within, a feeling of peace and alignment with your true self, knowing that the greatest joys in life cannot be bought, but must be lived and felt deeply. The 10th sign, embracing present moment power. The second awakening invites you to step fully into the present moment where true power and joy are found. No longer is life something to rush through or merely endure. Instead, every moment, no matter how simple, becomes an opportunity to connect with a profound richness and depth you may have never imagined. It's as though the world comes alive in a way you hadn't noticed before, and suddenly, the ordinary feels extraordinary. As you eat a meal, you no longer just taste the food. You savor each bite, noticing the textures, flavors, and the energy that nourishes your body. When walking through nature, the colors seem more vibrant, the breeze against your skin more soothing, and the sounds of birds and rustling leaves more harmonious. In these moments, past anxieties and future worries gradually dissolve, losing their hold on your mind as you immerse yourself in the present, where true peace resides. This shift in focus sharpens not only your senses, but also your connection to life itself. You begin to experience every moment as a gift, something to cherish, rather than something to simply move through. Your life takes on a new quality, one of vibrancy, awareness, and authenticity. Each second becomes a celebration of existence, an opportunity to fully engage with the beauty that surrounds you. This is the essence of the second awakening. The realization that the present moment is not something to escape from or hurry past, but rather the most powerful and sacred place you can be. It is here, in the now, where true freedom, joy, and fulfillment await, if only you allow yourself to fully receive it. In embracing this way of being, you unlock the ability to live with a heart wide open, attuned to the infinite possibilities of each passing breath. The 11th sign, mission manifestation. As your second awakening deepens, you begin to discover a profound and undeniable sense of purpose, one that resonates deeply with your passions, values, and the core of who you are. This isn't just a passing interest or hobby that fades with time. It's a mission rooted in your very soul, a calling that compels you to make a meaningful contribution to the world. You no longer feel adrift or uncertain about your path. Instead, you are guided by a force that feels both powerful and inevitable, pushing you towards something greater. You may suddenly feel inspired to start a new venture, initiate a project that aligns with your heart's desires, launch a nonprofit to support a cause close to your soul, or perhaps write a book that shares your unique perspective and wisdom with the world. These actions are more than just tasks or goals. They are sacred expressions of your soul's higher purpose, channeling your gifts and talents into something that can leave a lasting imprint on others. This mission manifestation is one of the most powerful signs of your second awakening. It provides you with direction, illuminating the path ahead with a clarity that wasn't there before. Every action you take feels purposeful, aligned with your deepest truth. You move forward with a newfound sense of confidence and assurance, knowing that the work you do and the impact you have are truly meaningful. Your contributions are no longer driven by external pressures or societal expectations, but by the purest expression of your true self, creating ripples of positive change in the world. The 12th sign, greater compassion and empathy. The culmination of your second awakening reveals itself in a profound surge of compassion and empathy that flows effortlessly through you. You begin to experience a deeper connection with the people around you, as though their joys, sorrows, and challenges are intertwined with your own. This shift isn't just intellectual, it's felt deeply in your heart, awakening a heightened sensitivity to the human experience. Suddenly, you find yourself approaching difficult situations with a gentler hand. Where there might have once been judgment, there is now understanding. Where there might have been indifference, there is genuine care. You offer support and kindness, not out of obligation, but from an innate desire to uplift and heal. Your empathy expands, reaching not only those closest to you but also extending to strangers and those you may never meet. It's as if the barriers that once divided self and other are dissolving, leaving only a sense of unity and interconnectedness. As your second awakening continues to unfold, this newfound empathy becomes a guiding force in your life, transforming your relationships and worldview. Your heart opens wider, and your actions reflect the love and connection you feel with all of existence. This state of being turns you into a beacon of light, radiating compassion wherever you go, inspiring others to live with greater empathy, and contributing to a world that thrives on unity and understanding. Through this expanded sense of compassion, your second awakening reaches its fullest expression, guiding you to live in harmony with all beings. As we come to the end of this journey through the 12 signs of your second awakening, I hope you found clarity, inspiration, and perhaps even a reflection of your own experiences. Each of these signs is a powerful reminder that you are evolving, stepping into a higher state of consciousness where life is lived with greater depth, purpose, and alignment with your true self. Remember, this process is unique to you. Your second awakening is unfolding exactly as it should, guiding you toward a more fulfilling, connected, and enlightened way of being. Embrace every moment, every lesson, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. If you resonated with any part of this video, I encourage you to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Let's grow together and continue supporting each other on this beautiful journey of awakening. And if you're looking for more guidance and inspiration along the way, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos that will help you dive even deeper into your spiritual journey. Thank you for watching, and remember, your second awakening is not just happening to you, it's unfolding for you. Embrace it fully, and watch as your life transforms in extraordinary ways. Have you ever felt a quiet stirring deep within your soul? A gentle pull towards something greater, something divine? What does it truly mean to be chosen by God, to be set apart for a higher purpose that can transform not only your life, but the world around you? Is it a calling woven into the very fabric of your being from the moment you were born, or does it emerge as your life unfolds, revealing itself through the experiences and challenges you face? These are the questions that have long captivated the hearts and minds of spiritual seekers. Today, we invite you to join us on a profound journey as we uncover the 7 divine secrets of how God chooses His chosen ones. Stay with me until the end, because these revelations have the potential to shift your perspective and change your life in ways you may never have imagined. To understand how God chooses His chosen ones, we must first explore what it truly means to be chosen. There's often a common misunderstanding that being chosen by God implies favoritism, as though God arbitrarily selects certain individuals over others. But nothing could be further from the truth. Being chosen is not about favoritism. It's about alignment, being in harmony with the divine will. It's about being receptive to the subtle yet powerful call from within, a call that aligns your soul with the higher purposes that God has designed for you. This alignment is not something that can be forced or fabricated. It's a natural resonance, a deep connection that exists on the soul level, a divine relationship that has always been there, waiting for you to acknowledge it. Those who are chosen are not picked because they are somehow better or holier than others. Rather, they are uniquely suited to fulfill a specific role in God's grand design. This is the foundation from which the 7 divine secrets begin to unfold. Divine Secret 1: The Call to the Heart. The first secret of how God chooses the chosen ones lies in a simple yet profound experience: the call to the heart. This call is not a booming voice from the heavens, nor is it a dramatic event that shakes the foundations of your life. More often than not, it is a subtle inner stirring, an inexplicable feeling that something within you is awakening, urging you to seek a deeper connection with the divine. This call may come at unexpected moments, during times of immense joy, in the quietude of nature, or even in the midst of suffering and pain. It can manifest as an insatiable curiosity about the mysteries of life and the universe, or as a deep sense of longing to belong to something greater than oneself. Many of those who are chosen report feeling as though they have a mission or calling, even if they don't yet know what it is. What makes this call unique is its unshakable nature. It is not driven by external motivations such as fame, wealth, or recognition. Instead, it comes from a deeper knowing that there is more to life than what the eyes can see or the mind can comprehend. It is a call to step out of the mundane and into the extraordinary. But here's the catch. Not everyone who feels this call responds to it. Life's distractions, fears, and doubts can drown out this divine whisper. Many ignore it, often for years, convinced that they are not worthy or that the call is simply a figment of their imagination. However, for the chosen ones, this call persists. It echoes in their hearts, growing louder and clearer with each passing day until they can no longer ignore it. It is this irresistible pull toward the divine that marks the beginning of their journey as chosen ones. The journey that begins with the call to the heart is not an easy one. It requires courage, faith, and a willingness to step into the unknown. However, those who heed the call often find their lives changing in remarkable ways. New doors open, unexpected opportunities arise, and synchronicities occur that confirm they are on the right path. It is as though the universe itself is conspiring to help them fulfill their higher purpose. Divine Secret 2: The Purification Process. After the call to the heart is answered, the next phase in the journey of the chosen one is the purification process. This is one of the most essential yet misunderstood steps in spiritual evolution. Purification is not simply about moral or ethical cleansing. It goes far deeper. It's a process of spiritual refinement where the soul is stripped of the layers of ego, fear, and attachment that have accumulated over lifetimes. These layers are like veils that obscure the soul's true light, preventing it from fully shining. The purification process often begins subtly, with the chosen one becoming more aware of their inner world. They begin to notice thought patterns, emotional wounds, and limiting beliefs that no longer serve them. These realizations can be uncomfortable and even painful, as the chosen one is forced to confront parts of themselves they've long buried or ignored. However, these confrontations are essential for growth. In the depths of this purification process, the chosen one will face their greatest fears, their deepest insecurities, and the shadows of their past. They may experience moments of doubt, despair, or confusion, wondering if they are truly on the right path. Yet, these dark nights of the soul are the very crucibles in which spiritual growth occurs. As Meister Eckhart wisely stated, when the soul wants to experience something, she throws out an image in front of her and then steps into it. The purification process is not about perfection, but about progress. With each layer that is stripped away, the chosen one becomes more aligned with their divine purpose. They shed old identities, beliefs, and attachments, becoming more attuned to the higher frequencies of love, grace, and wisdom. Letting go is a central theme in purification. The chosen ones must learn to release what no longer serves their soul's growth, whether it be toxic relationships, outdated beliefs, or unhealthy habits. This process of letting go is not easy, as it often requires a deep level of trust and surrender. But in releasing these burdens, the chosen one experiences a profound sense of liberation, clarity, and inner peace. Divine Secret 3: The Awakening of Spiritual Gifts. As the chosen ones progress through the purification process, something miraculous begins to happen. Their spiritual gifts, innate abilities that have long been dormant, start to awaken. These gifts are not given arbitrarily. They are specific to the soul's purpose and are meant to aid the chosen one in their divine mission. Some may possess the gift of healing, with the ability to channel divine energy to bring about physical, emotional, or spiritual healing in others. Others may be endowed with the gift of prophecy, receiving insights or visions about the future, guiding others with divine wisdom. Still, others may possess the gift of discernment, being able to perceive the true nature of people and situations beyond the surface. The awakening of spiritual gifts is often closely tied to the purification process. As the chosen ones shed their egoic attachments, their divine essence shines through more clearly. They become more sensitive to the energies around them and within them. Their intuition sharpens, and they begin to experience life on a deeper, more mystical level. For some, the awakening of these gifts can be overwhelming. They may suddenly find themselves more attuned to the thoughts, emotions, and energies of others. They may experience dreams, visions, or intuitive flashes that challenge their perception of reality. While this can be disorienting, it is also a powerful confirmation that they are stepping into their role as a chosen one. However, it is important to remember that these gifts are not meant for self-glorification. The chosen ones must use their gifts in service to others in alignment with divine will. This responsibility requires humility, dedication, and a deep connection to the divine. Divine Secret 4: The Dance Between Destiny and Free Will. One of the most profound mysteries in the spiritual journey of the chosen ones is the interplay between destiny and free will. How can one be chosen, destined for a higher purpose, and yet still possess free will? This delicate balance between destiny and free will is a divine paradox that each chosen one must navigate. Destiny, in the spiritual sense, refers to the overarching divine plan for each soul. It is the blueprint of the soul's journey, outlining key experiences, challenges, and opportunities that will shape the soul's evolution. For the chosen ones, this destiny often involves significant roles in guiding, healing, or uplifting others. However, destiny is not a rigid script that dictates every moment of life. Instead, it is a framework within which free will operates. The chosen ones have the freedom to make choices that will either bring them closer to fulfilling their destiny or lead them astray. Each decision is an opportunity to align more deeply with divine will or to stray from it and learn through the consequences. The dance between destiny and free will is what makes the journey of the chosen ones so dynamic. While they are guided by a higher purpose, they are also empowered to shape their path through the decisions they make. The ego often seeks comfort, security, and recognition, while the soul's path may require sacrifice, courage, and faith. The chosen ones must learn to discern between the voice of the ego and the call of their destiny. Through the practice of spiritual discernment, they learn to tune into the divine guidance within them, allowing their choices to align with their higher purpose. This discernment is not always easy, as the distractions of the world and the desires of the ego can cloud their judgment. But through consistent spiritual practice, whether through meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, the chosen ones develop the clarity and wisdom needed to make choices that honor their divine mission. Divine Secret 5: The Power of Intuition and Inner Guidance. For the chosen ones, intuition is not just a helpful tool, it is an essential part of their spiritual journey. Intuition is often described as the voice of the soul, a direct line of communication between the chosen one and the divine. It is through intuition that they receive insights, warnings, and guidance that help them navigate their path. In a world that often values logic, reason, and external validation, trusting intuition can be challenging. However, for the chosen ones, intuition is a gift from the divine, a form of communication that transcends the limitations of the rational mind. It is a way for the chosen ones to access information and understanding that is not available through ordinary means. As they progress on their spiritual journey, the chosen ones often find that their intuition becomes stronger and more reliable. This is because they are constantly attuning themselves to the frequency of the divine, clearing away the noise of the ego and becoming more receptive to subtle energies. Intuition can manifest in many forms: gut feelings, flashes of insight, dreams, or even synchronicities that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence. One of the most important lessons for the chosen ones is learning to trust their intuition, even when it contradicts conventional wisdom. Intuition is gentle and calm, coming from a place of inner peace and wisdom. It is not driven by fear, desire, or insecurity. These are the voices of the ego. The chosen ones must learn to recognize the difference between these two voices and to follow their inner guidance even when it doesn't make logical sense. The more they trust and act on their intuition, the more it guides them toward their divine purpose. They may find that they are led to the right people, places, and opportunities at just the right time. Their intuition helps them avoid pitfalls and challenges that could derail their progress. By following their inner guidance, the chosen ones fulfill their role as channels of divine wisdom, bringing clarity and truth to the world. Divine Secret 6: The Transformative Power of Service and Selflessness. One of the most significant aspects of the chosen one's journey is the realization that their spiritual gifts, insights, and alignment with divine will are not for their own benefit. They are meant to be used in service to others. Service is at the heart of the chosen one's mission. It is not just an action they perform, but a state of being. Selflessness in this context is not about neglecting oneself, but about understanding that true fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others. The chosen ones recognize that their spiritual gifts are not for self-glorification, but for the upliftment of humanity and the world. This service can take many forms. It might involve healing, teaching, guiding, or simply embodying love and compassion in daily life. The chosen ones understand that every action, no matter how small, has the potential to create a ripple effect that can touch countless lives. Through service, the chosen ones experience profound spiritual rewards. These rewards are not material, but spiritual. They come in the form of inner peace, a sense of connection to the divine, and the knowledge that they are making a positive impact on the world. Service also purifies the soul, as the chosen ones focus on the needs of others, letting go of ego-driven desires and attachments. Service deepens the chosen one's connection to the divine. As they give of themselves, they open their hearts to the flow of divine love and grace. This flow is reciprocal. The more they give, the more they receive, not in material terms but in spiritual abundance. Divine Secret 7: Trusting in Divine Timing. The final secret of how God chooses the chosen ones lies in the mystery of divine timing. While the chosen ones may feel a sense of urgency to fulfill their mission, they must also learn to trust in the timing of the divine. Divine timing ensures that everything unfolds according to a higher order, an order that is often beyond human comprehension. Patience is one of the greatest virtues the chosen ones must cultivate. There may be periods of waiting, during which they are being prepared, tested, and refined. These periods of waiting are not wasted. They are essential for the chosen one's growth and development. Through patience, the chosen ones learn to trust that everything they need will come to them at the right time, and that their mission will be fulfilled in perfect alignment with divine will. Divine timing also ensures that the chosen one's actions, insights, and gifts are aligned with the needs of the world. Their contributions are most impactful when they occur at the right moment, when the world is ready to receive them. Trusting in divine timing requires surrender, letting go of the need to control outcomes and allowing the divine to guide the process. The chosen ones may find that their intuition helps them sense when the time is right to act and when it is better to wait. By aligning their free will with divine timing, they create harmony between their personal desires and the greater divine plan. As we conclude this exploration of how God chooses the chosen ones and the 7 divine secrets that guide their journey, it is clear that this path is one of deep meaning and great responsibility. The chosen ones are called to live lives of service, to continually align with divine will, and to embrace the mysteries of divine timing and intuition. The journey of a chosen one is not about perfection. It is about authenticity, growth, and the willingness to align oneself with divine will. Mistakes will be made, and challenges will arise, but each of these experiences is an opportunity for deeper learning and greater alignment with the divine. By embodying the 7 divine secrets, the chosen ones contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. Their presence, actions, and insights inspire others to embark on their own spiritual journeys, creating a ripple effect that spreads throughout the world. The path of the chosen one is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding. It is a journey toward union with the divine, where the chosen one experiences a profound sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. They come to realize that they are not alone. God walks with them every step of the way, guiding, supporting, and helping them fulfill their highest potential. If you have resonated with the insights shared in this article, remember that you, too, may be among God's chosen ones. Embrace your role with humility, courage, and love, and know that your work is making a profound difference in the world. Stay blessed and continue shining your light. Thank you for watching, and as you continue on your spiritual journey, may you be guided by grace, wisdom, and divine love. Stay blessed, and until next time, keep shining your light. Welcome back, my dear friends. As the great mystic Rumi once said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." In our quest for enlightenment, we are not simply navigating mystical auras or divine revelations. We are often called to confront our deepest shadows, the wounds we carry as chosen ones. Our fears, struggles, and moments of doubt are all part of the sacred process of transformation. These challenges are not burdens to be resented, but portals through which the light of divine truth pours into our lives. Today we shall explore this intricate balance. The life of a chosen one is not only marked by heightened awareness, but also by profound moments of isolation, inner turmoil, and the pressure to live up to an immense spiritual destiny. As we navigate these uncharted waters together, know that you are not alone. We will shed light on the shadows that accompany spiritual awakening and, in doing so, find solace and strength. Together, we will confront these challenges and discover the wisdom hidden within. So stay with us throughout this journey, and if you find this message resonates with your soul, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Inner Mystics. Your support helps spread this light and brings our community closer. Now let's dive into the hidden truths that chosen ones face. One of the first truths about being a chosen one is the heightened sense of awareness that permeates every aspect of life. Imagine living with an enhanced radar system that picks up on the subtlest vibrations in the world around you. Emotions, energies, hidden truths. You may sense things others are blissfully unaware of, whether it's the sadness lurking behind a friend's smile or the unspoken tension in a room full of people. This acute perception is both a gift and a burden. On one hand, heightened awareness allows you to connect with the deeper rhythms of the universe. You can see beyond the surface, uncovering the interconnectedness of all things. The beauty of nature, the joy of a kind word, the whisper of the cosmos, all resonate deeply within you, offering profound moments of clarity and insight. This heightened awareness serves as a guiding light on your spiritual journey, helping you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Yet this same awareness also exposes you to the darker aspects of the world. Walking into a room, you may instantly feel the stress, anger, or sadness of those around you. It's as if you're a sponge, absorbing the emotional and energetic turmoil of others, whether you want to or not. The weight of the world's suffering can feel relentless, battering your senses and leaving you exhausted. Every news headline, every personal interaction can feel like a barrage of negativity that threatens to overwhelm your inner peace. As a chosen one, managing this sensitivity is crucial. Without proper boundaries, you can easily fall into a cycle of overthinking and emotional burnout. You may find yourself trapped in a loop, constantly processing the emotions and energies you pick up, struggling to make sense of it all. The mind can become a whirlwind of second-guessing, where every subtle shift in energy feels like a puzzle to be solved. This mental fatigue, coupled with the emotional drain of absorbing others' pain, can leave you feeling utterly depleted. The key here is learning to navigate this sensitivity with grace and wisdom. As a chosen one, your heightened awareness is a gift, but it can also feel overwhelming if not properly managed. It's essential to recognize that the solution isn't about shutting down your awareness or dulling your sensitivities. Instead, The journey is about cultivating practices that allow you to protect and sustain your energy while remaining open to the world around you. Grounding techniques, such as spending time in nature, walking barefoot on the earth, or even visualizing roots extending from your body into the ground, can help anchor you when external energies feel too overwhelming. These simple but powerful practices reconnect you to the earth's calming energy, bringing a sense of stability and peace when emotions run high. Mindful breathing is another invaluable tool. In moments of chaos or energetic overload, taking slow, deep breaths allows you to return to the present moment, calming the nervous system and creating a buffer between you and the outside world. This practice not only centers you but also helps regulate emotional responses, allowing you to process intense energies without becoming overwhelmed. Intentional solitude is equally important. As someone who is naturally attuned to the energies of others, you may find that periods of alone time are essential for recalibrating your spirit. These moments of quiet reflection and solitude allow you to release any emotional residue you may have picked up throughout the day. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, solitude offers a sacred space for you to recharge and connect with your inner self. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you create a protective shield around your energy field, allowing you to maintain your inner balance and peace amidst the chaos. When you nurture your own well-being, you continue to shine your light without being consumed by the darkness or negativity around you. This is the delicate dance of being a chosen one, learning to embrace your heightened sensitivity while cultivating the strength to stand firm in your own energy. Being a chosen one often comes with a profound sense of purpose. You may feel as though you've been handed a cosmic mission, something that gives your life meaning and direction. But with this sense of purpose comes immense pressure. It's as if you're carrying the weight of a boulder on your shoulders, tasked with fulfilling a destiny that you may not fully understand. This sense of responsibility can be overwhelming. There's no instruction manual for the path you're on, no clear guidelines for how to navigate the twists and turns of your spiritual journey. The pressure to live up to your potential, to not waste your gifts, can lead to constant self-questioning. You may find yourself striving for perfection in everything you do, fearing that any misstep could derail your divine mission. It's important to recognize that this pressure, whether self-imposed or perceived from others, can be paralyzing. You may feel a relentless need to prove yourself, to be the best version of who you think you're supposed to be. This striving for success can overshadow the joy and fulfillment that should naturally arise from living in alignment with your purpose. Instead of feeling inspired by your calling, you may find yourself burdened by it. Moreover, the fear of failure looms large for many chosen ones. The stakes feel higher because your path is not just about personal success. It's tied to a greater spiritual mission. Every decision you make, every action you take, feels significant. The pressure to succeed can lead to chronic stress, where even small setbacks are magnified into existential crises. You may constantly overthink how to be more successful, whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth, always striving for better and feeling guilty for taking breaks. But here's the truth. Your worth is not measured by how perfectly you fulfill your purpose. The divine does not expect perfection from you. Your purpose is not a burden to bear but a path to walk with grace and curiosity. When you release the pressure to perform, you open yourself up to the joy and freedom that comes with living authentically. It's not about doing everything right. It's about being true to yourself and embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. As a chosen one, you likely operate on a higher vibrational frequency, which allows you to tap into the beauty and harmony of the universe. This heightened vibration can lead to moments of deep connection, where you feel aligned with the flow of the cosmos and filled with joy, love, and light. Yet this same vibrational sensitivity also makes you more attuned to the chaos and negativity of the world. It's like having an internal tuning fork that resonates with every high and low frequency around you. While you can experience profound joy and connection, you are also acutely aware of discord, suffering, and distress. The constant barrage of negative energies can feel overwhelming, leaving you drained and disconnected from your own inner peace. Living in a world that seems perpetually out of harmony with your higher vibration can be deeply challenging. You may struggle to relate to those around you, feeling as though your experiences and perceptions are out of sync with the collective consciousness. Conversations that once seemed engaging may now feel trivial, and you may find it difficult to engage in activities that others enjoy. This disconnect can lead to a profound sense of loneliness and isolation, as you search for deeper meaning and connection in a world that often seems focused on the superficial. Maintaining a higher vibration requires continuous effort and mindfulness. It's not enough to simply stay positive. You must actively cultivate practices that keep your energy high, even in the face of negativity. Meditation, energy work, and spending time in nature can help you stay grounded and aligned with your higher self. But it's also important to acknowledge that it's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world at times. The key is to practice self-compassion, allowing yourself the space to rest and recharge when needed. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world's suffering on your own. By nurturing your own light, you can continue to shine brightly, even in the darkest of times. As a chosen one, you are often called to be a leader, whether you seek the role or not. People naturally look to you for guidance, support, and wisdom. Your spiritual insight and compassionate heart make you the go-to person for advice, whether it's about personal issues, emotional struggles, or navigating life's challenges. While this role can be deeply fulfilling, it also comes with its own set of burdens. Leadership, especially in a spiritual context, can feel like a never-ending responsibility. You may be expected to have all the answers, to always do the right thing, and to shoulder the burdens that others shy away from. This sense of responsibility can create a sense of distance between you and those around you, as few people truly understand the weight you carry. The pressure to always be strong, to always be on, can lead to burnout and exhaustion. Moreover, the constant demands on your time and energy can make it difficult to prioritize your own needs. You may find yourself sacrificing personal desires and leisure in the name of helping others. While you are passionate about making a difference in the world, this relentless focus on serving others can leave you feeling stretched thin, with little time or energy left for yourself. The challenge here is learning to set boundaries without feeling guilty. It's essential to recognize that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking time for self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. By nurturing your own well-being, you are better equipped to help others. The key is to find balance, knowing when to step into your role as a leader and when to step back and focus on your own needs. Leadership is not about being perfect or always having the answers. It's about being authentic, showing up with integrity, and leading by example. When you allow yourself the grace to rest and recharge, you become a more effective and compassionate leader. One of the most difficult aspects of being a chosen one is the profound sense of isolation that often accompanies the journey. Despite your heightened awareness and spiritual insights, you may find yourself feeling deeply alone. It's like being a lighthouse, guiding others through the darkness, but isolated from the mainland, standing solitary amidst the crashing waves. Your unique perspective and deep insights set you apart from those around you, making it challenging to find people who truly understand your journey. While others engage in everyday conversations about work, relationships, or entertainment, you may be lost in contemplation of deeper truths and spiritual mysteries. This disconnect can make social interactions feel superficial and unfulfilling, as though the gap between your inner world and the outer world is too vast to bridge. Moreover, the isolation isn't just social, it's emotional. You carry the weight of your insights and challenges by yourself, often without a confidant who can share in your experiences. This emotional solitude can amplify feelings of self-doubt, as there's no external validation or support to reassure you that you're on the right path. Over time, this isolation can spiral into feelings of insignificance and hopelessness, making it harder to stay motivated and positive. But it's important to remember that solitude is not a punishment. It is often the space where the most profound growth occurs. In the quiet of your own company, you are given the opportunity to connect deeply with your own soul, to listen to the whispers of the universe, and to find strength within yourself. While the loneliness may feel overwhelming at times, it is also a fertile ground for self-discovery and transformation. To combat the negative aspects of isolation, seek out kindred spirits who resonate with your journey. Whether through spiritual communities, online groups, or close friendships, finding others who share your perspective can help ease the burden of loneliness. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to carry the weight of your journey alone. Resilience is one of the hallmarks of a chosen one's journey. It's like being in a never-ending marathon, where the finish line keeps moving further and further away. Each challenge you face strengthens your character, but the relentless nature of these trials can lead to chronic stress and emotional exhaustion. The potential for emotional scars is the darker side of resilience. Over time, the accumulation of hardships can leave deep wounds that are difficult to heal. The emotional toll of constantly bracing for the next hurdle can weigh heavily on your spirit, leaving you feeling battle-weary and worn down. The expectation to always be the bigger person, to rise above every challenge, can feel like an unfair burden, especially when you are struggling internally. It's important to acknowledge that while resilience is a powerful trait, it comes with its own costs. The constant challenges that build resilience can take a significant toll on your well-being, both mentally and physically. If you don't take time to nurture and heal yourself, these emotional wounds can fester, leading to burnout and depression. The key here is to find ways to nurture yourself amidst the trials. This means practicing self-compassion, allowing yourself the space to rest, and recognizing that it's okay to feel vulnerable. You are not expected to be invincible. Your strength lies not in your ability to avoid pain, but in your ability to move through it with grace and courage. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts a chosen one possesses. It's like having a sixth sense that constantly feeds you information from the unseen world. You may find yourself picking up on truths, emotions, and underlying tensions that others overlook. This intuitive understanding can guide you and provide clarity, helping you navigate life with a deeper sense of purpose. But this gift also comes with its challenges. Your intuition may make you overly cautious or suspicious of others' motives. You may find it difficult to trust people, always sensing the hidden agendas or unspoken emotions that lie beneath the surface. This constant state of alertness can lead to hypervigilance, where you're always on guard, scanning your environment for signs and signals that others miss. While this heightened awareness can be incredibly valuable, it can also be mentally exhausting. The constant influx of intuitive information can leave you feeling drained, as you're perpetually processing and analyzing the energies around you. Finding inner peace and tranquility can be difficult when your mind is always working overtime, trying to make sense of the subtle shifts in the world around you. The key to navigating this intuitive gift is learning how to manage the flow of information. You don't have to tune into everything all the time. By setting energetic boundaries and practicing mindfulness, you can control when and how you engage with your intuition. This allows you to preserve your mental and emotional energy, ensuring that your gift remains a source of strength rather than a burden. My friends, as we conclude our exploration of the shadows that accompany the path of a chosen one, remember this: the challenges you face are not obstacles meant to break you. They are part of the unique journey you have been called to undertake. Each trial, each moment of darkness, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. Many who believe in soul contracts and past life reincarnation suggest that you chose this life and its experiences as part of your soul's eternal journey. This belief highlights the incredible strength and resilience of your spirit. Every wound, every hardship, is a portal through which the light of divine truth enters your life. So don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't let others' expectations weigh you down or make you feel guilty for taking time to care for your own well-being. Your journey is about balance, giving generously to others while also nurturing yourself. You are not here to carry the weight of the world on your own. Allow yourself the grace to rest, to heal, and to find joy in the process. Your path is one of immense challenges, but it is also one of incredible rewards. Embrace both the light and the dark, for it is through this balance that true enlightenment is found. And always remember, you are not alone. We are all walking this path together, and your light, no matter how dim it may seem at times, shines brightly in the cosmos. Until next time, dear my friends, continue to seek balance, cherish the light within, and face the shadows with courage. If you found this message resonating, I invite you to like, comment, and share it with those who might benefit from it. Together, we can spread this light to others and create a community of seekers who support one another on this sacred journey. May you find peace, strength, and cosmic love on your path. Until we meet again, keep shining. Have you ever felt a quiet whisper in the depths of your soul, a subtle, yet persistent call pulling you towards something greater than yourself? A yearning, perhaps, to fulfill a higher purpose? Throughout history, this internal stirring has captivated the hearts of spiritual seekers, mystics, and prophets alike. They ponder, what does it mean to be one of God's chosen ones? How does the divine select those who are called upon for a sacred mission? Is it an immutable destiny, or is it a path we consciously choose as we journey through life? In today's exploration, we will unveil 7 profound secrets about how God chooses His chosen ones. These divine mysteries are not just abstract concepts, but sacred truths that, when understood, can transform your spiritual journey and deepen your connection with the divine. As we embark on this exploration, let us reflect on the powerful words of the mystic Meister Eckhart, who said, "The eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me. My eye and God's eye are one seeing, one knowing, one love." This statement points us toward the mysterious union between the divine and the chosen. It reveals that to be chosen by God is not about external merit or arbitrary selection, but about an intimate, transcendent connection. This connection is far deeper than the mind can comprehend, a sacred alignment of love, will, and purpose. So, are you ready to discover how God's chosen ones are selected? Let us dive deep into these divine secrets and unlock the mysteries that have been hidden for centuries. Before we unravel the 7 divine secrets, we must first understand the nature of being chosen. Many people wrongly assume that being chosen by God is a form of favoritism, where certain individuals are singled out above others due to superior qualities or deeds. However, this assumption could not be further from the truth. God's selection is not based on merit in the traditional sense. It is not about who is better, more righteous, or more deserving. Instead, it is about alignment. To be chosen by God is to be in a state of receptivity, where your soul resonates with the divine's will and purpose. This alignment is not something that can be manufactured or forced. It is a natural spiritual connection that arises from deep within. It's like 2 strings on a harp, vibrating in harmony, producing a resonance that can only be described as divine. When this resonance occurs, the individual becomes a vessel for divine grace, wisdom, and love. They are chosen not because they are superior, but because they are uniquely equipped to fulfill a specific sacred mission. This divine selection is less about who you are on the outside and more about the internal alignment of your heart with God's will. The first divine secret is that being chosen by God begins with a call to the heart. This call is not a loud proclamation from the heavens, nor is it an external command. Instead, it is a quiet, almost imperceptible stirring in the depths of your soul. It is an inner invitation that draws you toward a higher purpose, often when you least expect it. This divine call may come during a time of deep contemplation, in the quiet moments of solitude, or even in the midst of great joy or sorrow. It can appear as a sense of longing, an unquenchable thirst to know more about the mysteries of life and the universe. For others, it may manifest as an unsettling feeling that their current path is not aligned with their true purpose. There may be a gnawing realization that there is something greater awaiting them, a spiritual quest that cannot be ignored. What sets this call apart is that it speaks directly to the heart, bypassing the ego and intellect. It is not driven by external rewards like fame, success, or recognition. Rather, it comes from an inner knowing that something sacred awaits, and that the individual is meant to play a role in fulfilling it. Those who are truly chosen cannot easily dismiss this call. It echoes within their hearts, growing stronger with each passing day. Eventually, they feel compelled to answer it, stepping onto a path that leads them deeper into the mysteries of the divine. But here lies an important distinction. Not everyone who hears the call responds to it. Many feel the subtle stirrings of this divine invitation, but choose to ignore it due to fear, doubt, or the distractions of daily life. However, those who are truly chosen, those whose souls are in alignment with the divine, cannot turn away. The call becomes too powerful, too insistent to deny. It is here that the journey of the chosen begins. Once the call to the heart is answered, the second divine secret reveals itself, the purification process. This process is often misunderstood, as it is not merely about moral cleansing or outward righteousness. Instead, it is a deep spiritual refinement that prepares the chosen ones for their divine mission. When someone is chosen by God, they are called to reflect the divine light in its purest form. But before this light can shine through them, the clouds of ego, fear, and attachment must be cleared away. These clouds, accumulated over years of conditioning and past experiences, obscure the true brilliance of the soul. The purification process is designed to remove these obstructions, allowing the chosen ones to serve as clear, unobstructed vessels for divine wisdom and love. This process can be intense and challenging. It often requires facing the shadows within, the unresolved traumas, the deep-seated fears, and the limiting beliefs that have shaped their identity. These hidden aspects of the self are like anchors, holding the chosen ones back from their full potential. But through purification, these anchors are brought to the surface, allowing them to be healed, released, and transformed. This phase of the journey can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. It is not uncommon for the chosen ones to experience periods of deep introspection, where they must confront the parts of themselves that they have long avoided. Yet it is through this confrontation that true healing takes place. Purification is not a punishment. It is a sacred process of shedding the old, so the soul can radiate with the full brilliance of its divine purpose. As the purification process unfolds, the third divine secret begins to emerge: the awakening of spiritual gifts. These gifts are not random talents or abilities, but are spiritual faculties bestowed upon the chosen ones to help them fulfill their divine mission. While every soul has inherent spiritual potential, the chosen ones often possess heightened or specialized gifts that align with their purpose. Spiritual gifts can take many forms. Some chosen ones may discover they have the gift of healing, the ability to channel divine energy to bring about physical, emotional, or spiritual restoration in others. Others may possess the gift of prophecy, receiving visions or insights about future events that guide individuals or communities with divine wisdom. Still others may have the gift of discernment, allowing them to perceive the true nature of situations or people, seeing beyond the surface to the spiritual realities at play. The awakening of these gifts is closely tied to the purification process. As the chosen ones release the layers of ego and attachment, their spiritual faculties begin to emerge with greater clarity and power. These gifts are not new. They are latent abilities that have always existed within the soul, waiting for the right conditions to be activated. The purification process creates these conditions, allowing the gifts to rise to the surface and be used in service to the divine mission. For many, this awakening can be both exhilarating and disorienting. The chosen ones may suddenly find themselves aware of energies, thoughts, or emotions that they were previously oblivious to. They may receive intuitive insights or messages that challenge their previous understanding of reality. This expansion of awareness requires adjustment, as the chosen ones learn to manage their newfound abilities and integrate them into their daily lives. It's essential to understand that these spiritual gifts are not for personal gain or recognition. They are divine tools given to serve a higher purpose. The chosen ones must learn to use them wisely, with humility and compassion, always in alignment with the divine will. In doing so, they fulfill their sacred mission and contribute to the upliftment of humanity. The fourth divine secret introduces us to one of the most profound mysteries in the spiritual journey, the delicate interplay between destiny and free will. Many people struggle to reconcile these two seemingly contradictory forces: destiny, which implies a predetermined path, and free will, which suggests personal choice. Yet for the chosen ones, these forces are not in opposition. Rather, they dance together in a harmonious relationship that guides them toward their divine mission. Destiny, in the spiritual sense, refers to the soul's overarching plan, its blueprint for evolution. This plan outlines the key experiences, challenges, and opportunities that the soul will encounter during its earthly journey. For the chosen ones, this destiny often involves significant roles in guiding, healing, or uplifting others. Their lives are woven into the greater tapestry of the divine plan, which seeks to bring humanity into greater alignment with love, truth, and harmony. However, destiny is not a rigid script. It is more like a map, offering a general outline of the path while allowing for personal expression and choice along the way. This is where free will comes into play. The chosen ones have the freedom to make decisions that can either bring them closer to fulfilling their divine mission or lead them away from it. Every choice they make is a brushstroke on the canvas of their destiny, contributing to the overall picture of their spiritual journey. One of the greatest challenges for the chosen ones is to discern between the guidance of destiny and the distractions of the ego. The ego often seeks comfort, security, and validation, desires that can pull the chosen ones away from their true purpose. In contrast, the call of destiny often requires sacrifice, courage, and faith, qualities that the ego may resist. The chosen ones must learn to distinguish between these two voices, choosing the path that aligns with their higher purpose, even when it is difficult or uncertain. In doing so, they bring their destiny to life, not as passive recipients of fate, but as active co-creators with the divine. The fifth divine secret reveals one of the most vital tools for the chosen ones: the power of intuition and inner guidance. Intuition is often described as the voice of the soul, a direct line of communication between the individual and the divine. For the chosen ones, intuition is not just a helpful tool, it is an essential aspect of their journey. It allows them to access wisdom that transcends the limitations of the rational mind and guides them toward their divine purpose. Intuition manifests in various ways: through gut feelings, flashes of insight, dreams, or even synchronicities that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence. The chosen ones often find that as they progress on their spiritual path, their intuition becomes stronger and more reliable. This is because they are constantly attuning themselves to the frequency of the divine, clearing away the noise of the ego and becoming more receptive to subtle energies. One of the most important lessons for the chosen ones is learning to trust their intuition. In a world that often values logic, reason, and external validation, relying on something as intangible as inner guidance can be challenging. However, intuition is a gift from the divine, a form of communication that goes beyond the physical world. The chosen ones must learn to honor this gift, to listen to their inner voice, and to act on its guidance, even when it goes against conventional wisdom or logic. The sixth divine secret centers on the transformative power of service and selflessness. While spiritual gifts and inner guidance are essential for the chosen ones, their ultimate purpose is not fulfilled in isolation. The true mission of the chosen ones lies in how they use their gifts to serve others. Service, in the context of the chosen ones, is not merely about performing good deeds or charitable acts. It is about living in a state of constant awareness of their role as instruments of the divine. It is about putting aside personal ambitions, desires, and even needs in order to fulfill a greater purpose. This does not mean neglecting oneself, but rather understanding that true fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others. The chosen ones recognize that their spiritual gifts are not for their own glorification, but for the upliftment of humanity and the world. This selflessness is not merely an external act, it is a state of being. The chosen ones live with the awareness that every action, no matter how small, has the potential to make a significant impact on the collective consciousness. The final divine secret is perhaps the most mysterious of all, the mystery of divine timing. While the chosen ones may feel a sense of urgency to fulfill their mission, they must also learn to trust in the timing of the divine. This timing is not always in sync with human expectations, but it is always perfect in its alignment with the greater plan. Divine timing ensures that the chosen ones are prepared for the tasks they are called to undertake. There may be periods of waiting, during which they are being refined, tested, and prepared. These periods are essential, as they allow the chosen ones to develop the skills, wisdom, and resilience needed to fulfill their mission effectively. Trusting in divine timing requires patience and surrender. The chosen ones must release their attachment to specific outcomes and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. By aligning their free will with divine timing, they create a harmonious flow, where their actions are in perfect sync with the greater plan. As we conclude this journey through the 7 divine secrets, it becomes clear that being chosen by God is not a static state, but a dynamic, evolving path. It is a journey of deep transformation, where the soul continually grows, purifies, and aligns with the divine. Each of these secrets, beginning with the call to the heart, the purification process, the awakening of spiritual gifts, the balance of destiny and free will, the power of intuition, the importance of service, and the mystery of divine timing, forms the foundation of this sacred path. The chosen ones are not called to a life of ease, but to a life of purpose. They are tasked with embodying divine love, wisdom, and service in a world that deeply needs it. This path requires courage, humility, and a willingness to step into the unknown, guided by the hand of the divine. For those who feel the stirrings of this call within their own hearts, remember, you are not alone. The divine walks with you, guiding you, supporting you, and helping you fulfill your highest potential. Embrace your role as one of the chosen with love, faith, and trust, knowing that your journey, though challenging, is profoundly sacred and deeply transformative. If this exploration resonated with you, we invite you to engage further, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us continue to build a community of seekers, united in our quest for spiritual growth and alignment with the divine. Together, we can shine our light and make a lasting impact on the world. Stay blessed, and may your journey be filled with grace, wisdom, and divine love.